Hello gamers. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? I'm trying to get, there you go. Hi, there's the chat. Hi! What's up gamers? Oh, we are gaming today. We are gaming. Oh, I know this is like so random, but we'll get on a more consistent schedule lately. We'll figure it all out. Welcome guys! We're gonna talk about Persona Project, because I have a lot to talk about with this year and the year to come. It's gonna be awesome. First five, where you at? Well, hi guys! And, thank you, Universed Koi, for your service today, you guys. I appreciate my moderator so much. Heck yeah, guys, let's freaking go! So, oh, we have a lot to do today. We have a big ol' year to go over, and then we have, I have a couple little things I'm gonna talk about too, just with like what's coming up and what's going on and how I'm doing, because I know everybody's like, what's going on? I got eye surgery, that's what's going on. But I'm almost recovered, so, you know, that's cool. Almost recovered. Like, not totally. I definitely am a little overzealous sometimes, and I definitely feel like I'm doing better when I'm actually not. But, in between I've been animating, and I've been working on year 4, so that'll be really cool, but we'll talk about year 3 first, because, you know. Okay, so first of all, let me go ahead and do my, like, YouTuber things, such as, we have a little live stream goal now, because I did, finish, you know, Wild Child's little PNG tuber, so now, if we reach a stream goal, Wild Child will take over the stream, and that'll be really fun. For what amount of time, I'm not sure, but it'll be really fun. Because now I could just kind of switch, and as we get more eras, as we progress, we could just like spin a wheel and see which era will take over like my stream and stuff. It'll be really fun. So I'm freaking really excited about that. So if you want to donate, there's links in the description below, or in the live stream occasionally moderators will post a link to donate. You can also do super chat. That's a new thing I have, which is cool. I'm trying it out. I have no idea how like virtually anything works. But yeah, I'm in my pirate costume because I still can't see very well. I don't have the eye patch, but I still can't see out of the eye very well, so hooray for that. Alright, so gamers, let's talk about year 3 of Persona Project. My goodness. My goodness gracious, even. I feel like this year was just, so much fun, man. Like, I don't know, it was just a year for me, like, in the scheme of things, right? We have, like, so much stuff going on with year 1 and 2, because I had to lay down the groundwork, right? Like, I had to lay down the fact that, like, hey, I'm tied to this family murder that kind of ruined my life, and here's how it trickled down and ruined my life. And then, just all the general, like, bad things that I was like, oh, I just realized, like, my mother was not a good person, and that my father tried, and that, oh, yo, Bread Queen!
Still rocking that pirate outfit.
Let's go! We got some cherries in the bowl! Peeves is hogging all of them. Literally, always. What do I expect? But thank you, Red Queen, that's so cool! Oh, I finally got the super chest to work on Streamlabs. Let's freaking go. I'm so not a boomer. Sometimes I feel like a boomer when I'm doing some of this stuff, because I'm just like, I am good with technology. Up until a point. Oh, yeah. Why is everyone saying hello to Bill Nye? What is happening? What am I missing in the chat right now? I'm like, time to talk about my life story. The chat. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Like, what the... What the freak, guys? What the freak? Also, thank you guys so much. You guys have been super supportive on all of my videos, even after the surgery. I've only gotten a couple people being like, where's the animations at? I need my free content. And I'm like, guys, I literally can't see. Like, I wish I could animate right now, trust me. I would love it, but, yeah. Yeah. Also, I just noticed it's not counting the super chats towards the goal, so I'll keep track of that myself with my brain. Which will be really funny, because I can barely do math, so that'll be great. So we have two towards the goal. Alright. So, gosh, let's start with Praying Mantis, because this year was just so much freaking fun. Like, here, I'm gonna get a red pen so I can circle stuff if I need to. But, year 3 was just such a... I don't know how to explain it. It was the year for me that I feel the least masked. Like, I feel like you got to see Wild Child's eyes a lot, which is usually a symbol that she's not masking and that she's just being her true, authentic self. So I'm really happy that in this one you can kind of see her being more trusting and being more unmasked. So, I don't know. I feel like it's the only time in my life I was pretty much that authentic up until, like, right now. Yes, please destroy the haters in the comments. Slay! Get them, get them, get them, get them, get them. They deserve it. That's so funny. I love it. It must be so fun to be a moderator. The Bill Bye got him. That's funny as freak. Man. I am hopefully getting better soon. I am doing my absolute best. Like literally as much as I possibly can to get better right now. But yeah, this is the year I was most unmasked. I had a really hard time deciding the thumbnail for like the compilation video because I was like, man, like it was so easy with the other ones. Because they were just like, I don't know, like there were such significant moments where I'm just like, yep, that's the thumbnail, no doubt. Like, the hot air balloons, done. And like, for most of the years, I'm like, yep. Oh. I forget what that means. That's a subscriber. I know the noise. I'm like, oh, what's happening? Hello, Alice World. Welcome to the party. Thanks for the banana. So, yeah. I have a lot of... Like, I really, like, have ideas for the thumbnails, except for this year, I was like, what the freak? Nothing happened. Like, nothing happened, but stuff happened, but, like, nothing happened. So I was like, okay, what about the beach? Like, it's really funny. I, like, hate the beach now, but, like, as a kid, it was, like, I loved it. And I think about the beach a lot, because... As somebody who, like, is not comfortable with their gender or their body... Oh, goodness gracious. We are locking in lots of subscribers today. Welcome, Alexis. But, I don't know. As somebody who, like, literally hates, like, being perceived, and I have, like, an extreme paranoia when it comes to being, like, humiliated or embarrassed or, like, judged. It's called AVPD, if you don't know what avoidant personality disorder is. So going to the beach is just, like, not a thing for me anymore, because, like, I hate the sand, I hate being looked at, I hate being exposed, I don't like the ocean, it terrifies me, there's so many creatures in there, and diseases and things, I don't know. Ocean, terrifying. Beach, even more terrifying. So, like, for me as a kid, I loved it though. Like, I loved being out there, and like, it didn't scare me. Nothing scared me. I was invincible. I loved myself. I was sound with who I was, and like, I never thought anybody was looking at me, and like, judging me because I was just a kid playing in the water. Like, I was just a background NPC. So it was like the last time I felt like that, so that's why I decided on that thumbnail, was because it was like the last time I felt comfortable and unmasked, I feel, enough to be like, yeah, like, that was just like a good time. Like, year 3 was just pretty much a good time, and there wasn't really that much bad stuff. Firefox, awesome. Welcome, thanks for the banana. And Peeves missed, haha. Oh man. What made me want to do this project? Firefox asked. Also, wow, don't spam, dude. Never mind, I'm not answering your question for spamming. Haha. See, I could be a petty little bitch sometimes. You wanna mess with me? I'm all my eras combined, and you don't know them yet, but when you do, you'll understand how I can get sassy sometimes, but, I am a true believer of, let's not punish the whole classroom, let's punish the problem. So, there you go. Anyways, let's talk about praying mantis, shall we? I love drawing this goofy little guy. Look at him, he is so silly. He's a silly little guy. I feel so bad. There are so many people who are just like, praying mantis are my favorite. Why would you do them like this? I'm like, look, it's satire. There were some people thinking I was genuinely serious. And like, I think that's just the autism. Like, the autism was not helping the sarcasm, I guess. Because like, I thought I was being very, very sarcastic. I thought I was being like, you know, silly. Like, I was like, the praying mantis killed Wormy, unforgivable! Like, it's clearly over dramatic to me, but like, some people are just like, dude. Like, some people are just like, oh my god, don't you understand? That is a predator. It's just trying to hunt and eat and survive, and you're shaming it for trying to survive. I'm like, holy crap, guys, it's satire. Can we freaking relax? It's freaking satire. Like, please. Calm down. So yes, in case you missed it because my autistic ass, it is a joke. I'm okay with praying mantises. I was just being dramatic to tell a story because I'm a storyteller and I'm gay and I'm dramatic. I'm sorry. Oh, hello?
We love petty little bitches.
Thank you, Red Queen. We love petty little bitches. I love my stream narrator voice thing. It's so hideous. He really said, we love petty little bitches. That made my whole day. That's funny as hell. I did see your question. I don't know who it was from. I'm pointing my finger up in the air for reference in case you want to know what my body language is doing, because my arms are permanently strapped down because of the PNG tuber. But, I saw somebody ask how this is get done in 6 months. I have no freaking idea. But I am pretty much guaranteeing the fact that I am almost about to quit my day job just to do this full time. Bro, if I could do this full time, we're good. Bro, if I could do this full time, we're so good. Like, if I get to a point, I might be able to post 2 episodes a day. Like, so good. Like, if I can get to that point, I don't know. We're gonna see. Within the next 6 months, I'm debating on leaving my job, like my day job. I'm a caregiver, by the way. So, we'll see. Also, it's not a good thing to be put in timeout, gamers. You get put in timeout enough times, they're just gonna not want to deal with you anymore, and they're gonna just ban you altogether, so please don't be proud of that. It's not an accomplishment. Sad that I have to say that, by the way. Like, can we act like adults, please? Rocky, I'm in fucking in a sassy mood today. Goddamn, sorry if I'm coming on a little hot. I have read thousands of comments lately, and my tolerance is so low for so much. Thank you, Ice Cream Fursuit Studios, for the gay flag emojis. That's awesome. Oh, yo!
We need to start a wild child protection squad.
Yes!
I will gladly use my major to lead it. I hope you can use this for food.
Aww.
Please pace yourself so you don't exhaust either of your eyes.
Aww.
Hope everyone has been okay otherwise. Much love.
Oh, thank you! Oh my god. That's from Isabel? Thank you so much! Holy crap, that is so sweet. Oh my goodness. That's so- ah! I will so totally use it for food. I've been using a lot of money to pay for, like, hospital bills. Like, a lot of hospital bills, so that will be really helpful. Thank you so much, dude. And I am 100% pacing myself. We're just gonna go through a little bit of year 3 and answer some questions, and I will be resting the rest of the day. And yeah, I've been good otherwise, aside from my cat getting pretty antsy, because I've been home and he wants attention 24/7, like, literally nonstop. Oh goodness. Oh yes, Lazy Artist, I know about Pirates of the Caribbean. It used to be a fixation of mine, but I'll talk about that when it comes up. For now, let's talk about this beautiful praying mantis. I'll turn off the little words when we're going over these. But yeah, I loved this so much. There's so many layers, and sometimes with like the layers of my animation, things get like covered up. Also, hello to whoever subscribed. But yeah, if I uncover this, I don't know, it's just like a really cute thing. Like, a lot of my animations, I put so many layers, sometimes you miss stuff.
Hi. Just have to say, I love your art style.
Oh, thank you so much, Coffee! That's awesome! Yo! Thank you! Oh my god, I love it when people comment about my art style.
I'm almost done with my wild child needle felt. I'm planning to make one for every era. I'm giving $1 for each sentence I send. Lol. Since I ramble, that should be good. Smile.
Oh my god, you guys are so sweet! Holy crap! First of all, thank you, Coffee, for the art style comment. I worked very hard on developing my art style a little bit more this year, and I really think it's come into something really awesome. Like, I really enjoy the fact that it can be cartoony and it can also be serious. Like, I finally achieved the look I was going for, and God, it took almost 10 years to get that, so I'm really happy with my art style, and I really love getting comments about it, so thank you so much, that's really sweet. And of course, Bread Queen, gosh! In the PetPyves Premium Discord, Bread has been working on this little felt wild child, and the process is, like, mildly horrifying, but it's really cute so far, and I'm really excited to see it get all done. It'll be so adorable when it's finished, and I can't wait until you see. Oh, I want to see all the other eras. I'm like stimming. Oh my god, thank you! It's so cute. I'm so excited. But yeah, my little bug hotel, features a couple things that are kind of like a reference to other videos that you'll see, which is kind of fun, or just things in general from my childhood, like oh, okay, you could maybe do it on this layer. These are like little, we call them cherry bombs, but they're basically like these little spike balls. They're seeds that fall from, I think, oak trees? I don't know what kind of tree they fall from, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. But they're like these little spiky seeds, and like, you basically can crack them open and they're full of tinier seeds. So you could like shake them and they make noise, but like, oh my god, running through the yard barefoot and stepping on them is like, oh, they're so painful. So I put some of those in there because I used to love them. I used to use them as meatballs on top of my mud pies, like spaghetti pies.
I relate so hard to realizing my mom wasn't a good parent. I hope you're doing good. Smile.
Oh my gosh, Goldie, thank you! Oh, it's so rough, man. Realizing those things.
I've committed many war crimes making felt wild child, and sacrificed a few fingers, but everything is worth it.
Oh god. But yes, Goldie, it is really a hard thing to understand when, like, your inner child is, like, saying something completely different.
That last big donut for me. I forgot to add my username.
Oh no!
I do not perceive my real name. JK, I don't care who knows. But yeah, I have some more. Have all the monies for your hospital bills. Dang you, capitalism.
Oh my god, y'all are so sweet. You're killing me, holy crap. Thank you so much. I need to add an emote that is just me sobbing. But yeah, Goldie, I'm trying to address each one of these. I'm really sorry that we have such similar situations. I think that's the hardest part about me posting these videos, is hearing about other people relating to it, and I'm like, God, why? Why did we all go through this? Like, it makes me very sad. Like, I just wish we didn't go through it. I wish we had better moms. But you know what? It's okay, because we grew up and now we can be our own parents, and the inner child who wants a mom so bad, you can just be the mom you never had, and that's kind of what I'm doing right now, and it's kind of awesome. At least it helps me. I can't say the same for everyone else, but that's rough, and I hope it gets better for you. 'Cause, God, yeah, I get it. Like, obviously, I really do. And yes, of course, Bread Queen's freaking war crimes and sacrifices for the felt wild child. I really want to do a fan art feature on stream, because I've gotten a lot of really cool fan art, and I think it'd be really fun to, like, do a live stream where we just talk about, like, we just show all the fan art and stuff, because then I could show you guys, like, the felt thing. It'd be really cool. Harley. That's an interesting name. I saw that in the chat for a split second. I'm like, oh, okay. And then Fizzy, of course. Thank you so much for the help, because yeah! Capitalism is real capitalizing. I'm like so lucky I had insurance, let's just say that. Like, I can't even, if I'm paying this much out of pocket, I can't imagine how much it would have been without insurance. So thank you, it really does, the support helps so much right now, because once I get my vision back, it's so over for all of you. I'm gonna animate so much, you're gonna be like, please slow down, oh my god, take care of yourself, and you're not gonna believe me when I say that I am, because I can animate so fast. I've been doing this for almost a decade, like, I am a god at this point. Ugh, there we go, hydrated. So, yes, talking about these things. There's some gardenias in the back, because those are Wild Child's favorite flower, and we had them in the backyard. And we also had these hibiscus flowers that were in the backyard that I loved. Ladybugs are kind of like a important thing in this era. You'll see why. I'm not gonna spoil it, but Wild Child and ladybugs are two peas in a pod. And this is a stag beetle, and if you've been watching the Ask Wild Child little mini-series, you'll know that she used to battle, like, stag beetles and, like, pin them against each other and watch them fight. So, I included one of them. I loved this shot so much of doing, like, Wild Child behind the glass. It was so much fun. Well, I mean, it's plastic, technically, this little, like, container I had. I love this frame. There's, like, all the stuff inside is being thrown around, including the worm. And I'm like, Wild Child, you're not helping. And she's like, ah! I'm like, girl, you're killing them. I love this frame so much of him being freaking stretched. Long. God, it's so funny to me. And then Wormy sadly dies. Which, you know, is a part of life.
I grew up with my grandparents instead. I know what it's like to have to navigate life like that.
Aww.
It sucks, but it does get better. Here's to you, less than 3.
Oh, thank you, Will. That's so sweet. Oh my god.
Hello. Thank you for sharing your stories. I loved going through your old videos.
Oh! Oh my god, you guys are sobs, cries. We definitely reached a stream goal. That's awesome. Oh gosh, thank you so much, Will. Man, as somebody who was also mostly raised by my grandparents, like, man, it does get better. You're absolutely right. It does get better. Like, I think the thing that I want to say the most about life itself is that it doesn't get easier, but it gets better. Like, I don't know how to explain that, other than it does get better. It doesn't get easier, but it gets better. Like, you just learn how to handle things, and you get lifted up by other people. Like, I don't know, it just... I do love my grandparents. You'll see a lot of how my grandparents played a huge part in my life too. Like, they were present in areas my parents were not. And it makes it pretty rough in the long run because of everything that happens. But, I don't know, like, I wouldn't have it any other way. I loved my grandparents when I was a kid. So, it's cool, like, it's so cool that we have, like, such similar lives, like, we'll never, like, meet face to face, but, like, we share something so deep like that, like, it's just such an understanding. I love that so much. Thank you guys, oh my god. And then Hidden Ego, I'm so glad that people are enjoying my old stuff too. Because obviously I do a lot on this channel. Like, I do so much, like, random stuff. I'm such a variety content creator, so, like, it's really cool when people go back and, like, I see them on their journey throughout 12, commenting on each video going, oh my god, I can't believe for how old this is, how well this is made, and blah blah blah, and, like... And then, like, people going through Brightside and being like, why don't more people watch this? Oh my god, this is so good, and I'm like, right? So, like... I love it. I love everything on my channel. Like, especially my old animation memes and map parts and, like, everything that built up the foundation of, like, where I'm at today. It's a very cool journey. I loved it. I wouldn't have it any other way. Oh, thank you guys. That was so sweet. Holy crap. But yeah, we'll definitely have Wild Child take over the stream at some point. It'll be very fun. Oh, back to our praying mantis antics. This shot was extremely dramatic. I thought it was hilarious. I don't know why everybody genuinely thinks this is, like, serious. I'm like, guys? Like, this is a joke? Like, it's, like, look at that! It's the Arthur Grip freaking meme! Like, it's freaking so much it's just such a joke! Oh, goodness. I don't understand how people thought this was serious. This is so anime. Like, are you joking? Oh my god, I have to say, I think it's so cute that Wild Child was praying here, because, like, she used to be really religious, so, like, it's funny that she's just, like, praying for the worm in the background. And in the meanwhile, I'm getting on my hands and knees to square up to a praying mantis. Like, god, this whole thing is so hilarious. I had so much fun animating. The freaking, he's flicking me off. Like, holy crap, it's hilarious. I just think it's the funniest thing ever. That was a sound. Yo, Anna the Hedgehog, thank you so much. Yo, it tells you how many times you've done something? That's so cool! You've done that 5 times? How cool is that?
Starting to animate. Have any tips? Also love the outfit.
Love that! Thank you, something not human. Oh my gosh, starting to animate and have any tips? Oh goodness gracious, here we go.
Been here since middle school. I'm a sophomore in college now, and it's cliche to say but 12 and Origins really did change and save my life. Thank you.
Oh my god, I have so much to say to all of you. Ah! Okay, hold on. Okay. So first of all, my best animation tip for you is to start with a frame rate that is smaller. I started with 7 frames per second. Okay? It's gonna make your animations look really choppy. But you gotta start small. And then I moved to 9 frames per second. And then I moved to 12. 12 frames per second is half the industry standard. The industry standard is 24 frames per second. I animate my current videos at 24 frames per second. But you really gotta start slow. Like, 7 pictures per second is a lot for beginners, okay? You can even start at 5. And I also recommend doing just some fundamental work on your art style. Your consistency is going to save your life with animation. Because if you don't draw things consistently, it's gonna look kind of all over the place.
I think Super Chat isn't adding to your stream goal like
no,
it should
it's
be.
not.
It should be at the goal, but it's not showing Super Chats. Just Streamlabs.
I know, I said that earlier. I have to fix it. I'm a goof. I am technologically inclined, definitely. I can do things. We'll get it fixed. I already know I know we met the stream goal. We're good. But yeah, when starting to animate, be very kind to yourself. It is a patient testing. It'll test your patience. You just gotta take breaks. You gotta get a couple seconds done, take breaks. So you gotta, you know, pace yourself, and start really slow, and really work on your art style and keep it consistent as you can. Because that'll help everything look a lot smoother. Trust me. Also, make sure your pen tip isn't extremely wobbly either. Like, try to turn on your smoothing, your line smoothing. Because, God, that'll save you. That's all I have to say. Hopefully that helps. And as far as Blue Streak's sweet comment goes, I can't believe you're a sophomore in college! I remember you! Like, I remember you've been such a great fan, posting the- literally, like, some of the best art I've ever seen on my website, and, like, God, I really adore your art and love how far you've come too, and it's so cool. Like, we got to grow up together.
Boomer.
I'm being called a boomer now. Okay. But, no, I feel like we literally got to grow up together. Like, if you watched 12 in Origins as it came out, like, it saved my life too. It changed my life too. So, like, it's like, I don't know, it just feels like we're childhood friends at that point. Like, we just literally have the same feelings about that nostalgic show. Like, I love it so much, and I'm still gonna finish it, no matter how much time in between it'll get done. Because it's so nostalgic, and I love it for myself, too. Like, I understand it. I've been working on it since I was in high school, so... it's... Oh, it gets me so emotional! Ah, thank you, Blue Streak, that's so sweet. Oh my god. Crying everywhere. But, yes, I am a boomer. Sorry, the stream goal isn't hooked up to Super Chat for some reason. We'll get it fixed by next time. But yes, we did meet the stream goal, so yippee for that! Okay, I think I got up with the things. Okay, back to talking about this praying mantis. I love how scared he is in his jar, like he knows that I mean business. This was just overall a really fun episode to animate.
I have to ask, why the mantis has no antennae?
Because... Well... God damn it, I'm being called out on YouTube.com. So... It doesn't have it because... My goal with the series is to draw things I've never drawn before. Like, I've never drawn a praying mantis in my life, so it's just from memory, and I will not use a reference. So sometimes if things look really freaking weird, it's because I'm pulling them from my memory, and I'm like, I have no idea what this looks like. But I think it adds to my style, and, like, adds to it a little bit, because it's just, like, it's almost like an uncanny off-brand copyright-free version of a praying mantis. It's really funny. I don't know. I think it's funny. So, like, if it looks freaking weird and off, it's probably just because I'm not using a reference. Because I think it's more fun that way. Oh, man. I was just thinking. I was like, I never covered any of my birthdays. But then I realized that I did. Because I'm silly.
I showed her animation memes to kids at summer camp when they felt sad. They loved all of them. They wouldn't let me put my phone away. I was like, can we watch more Pepsi? And I'm like, it's PetPyves, so don't underestimate the power of your old stuff.
Oh no! I'm gonna cry, you guys. Holy crap, thank you, Fizzy. Can we watch more Pepsi? Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, my old animations got me through so much stuff. You'll see when I get to the Parker and Holly eras, you will see exactly like what it got me through, and I hope it doesn't ruin them, like how you look at them, because like when you understand what I was going through when I was animating such like colorful and happy like things, it adds a really weird context. It adds like a undertone to it that wasn't there before. So I hope it doesn't really like make people feel bad. I just hope people just understand that like it was the light of my life and you can see it in every frame. What happened to the praying mantis after Wormy? I let it go. I should clarify. People were asking this on the video. They're like, did you kill it? Did you? Oh my god, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, come on, dude. I freaking threw that thing out into the field behind the house to let it, like, go as far as humanly possible away from my yard. So, the praying mantis was freed. He got his snack, and he was freed. So, technically he did eat the worm. Like, I didn't want to, like, draw that on screen because that was, like, kind of gruesome, but he did eat it. Like, pretty much the whole thing. So, and it wasn't really, like, a worm. I think it was a caterpillar, honestly. I don't know. It was just funnier to draw the worm. For me, I just thought it was more fun than doing, like, all the stripes of a caterpillar. I would have died in drawing all those stripes. So, for the record, he's fine. Unfortunately. Did you actually touch it? Yes, I picked it up with my bare hands, because Wild Child has no fear! The kid would just grab everything, and oh god. She'd jump off playgrounds just to prove she couldn't die. Like, she was fucking crazy, man. She really was invincible. Oh, what's the worst or best episode you had to make? We'll talk about it. It was in this year. This was a hard one. The craft episode was a very hard one. Because it was literally the only happy memory I have with my mother. And it's like, I don't know, it is a very sad thing to look at and realize that it is just kind of the bare minimum, and that things that other kids got to do on a regular basis, and this is just a once-in-a-lifetime thing for me. I think that's kind of the hardest part of this project, is seeing the comments of people like, oh, I relate to this, and then seeing the comments of also like, I didn't even know people went through stuff like this. I can't believe people go through this. And I'm just like, there's such a weird gap of like, either people are like, we were living the same life, oh my god, we're the same person, or it's like, I have no way to relate to this and I'm so sorry it happened. And it's like, I don't know, it's important. That's why I post my videos. It's like, I can reach those audiences. I can reach both, and that's really cool.
I remember finding your stuff. I was still in elementary school. I was in a social club because I needed social interaction. Ew, I made my first good friend. They showed me 12. I've lost contact with them after they moved, but I'm forever grateful.
Aww, those are always the sweetest stories. Oh no. The social interaction club sounds horrible though. I'm so sorry, but I'm so glad you made a friend and like, you got to like bond over something. Dude, one of my favorite things about all my friends growing up was that we got to share like hyperfixations and like love things to an extent. Maddie, I was gonna comment on that. God damn it, it's so funny. Ew. Ew. Like, why did you say ew like that? Oh god. But yeah, I love sharing hyperfixations with my friends. It's like, for me, those people are like so safe, right? Because like, sometimes because like, you know, being autistic, I was just told I was too much all the time. Or like, oh my god, calm down, it's not that big of a deal, like, relax, it's just a cartoon, or it's just this, or it's just that, and, like, downplaying my excitement. But like, when you meet another person who like gets that, it's like, oh my god, we could just 100% like, go, and like, it won't be like, you know, embarrassing, like people won't judge us, and like we can just be extra, and like we could sit there and be like, oh my god, I love the blah 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 blah, and like, I'm so happy you had, even if you don't have contact with them, like, I'm so happy you had that with somebody. That's so important. So I can't express it enough how cool it is that it happened to be 12 that you bond over. Like, that's so awesome. But like, I don't know, that's such a great thing. Okay, so let's go back to crafts. It's a little bit of a sad one. For my birthday, I asked my mother to do arts and crafts with me. And I really thought she wasn't gonna, because she never did. But then she did, and it was such a good time. It was so goddamn hard for me to draw her so human and happy. Like, it just was hard for me. That's all I have to say. Like, it's just... Man, this project really is tugging on my heartstrings, because it's making me have to turn these people who I view as villains and monsters and turn them into people. And it's like, it's humbling the shit out of me, I have to say it. Like, it is truly humbling me. It is very hard to draw this person as a person. Thinking about, man, when I turned 3 years old, my mother was 28. I'm currently 26. How would I feel if my kid came up to me and asked me to do arts and crafts? In the current moment that I'm in. Like, I don't know, I'm so young. Like, and she was so young. I'm like, I don't know, it's caused a lot of thoughts. It's caused a lot of thoughts. To be like, wow, she's like a person. That's crazy. Water check. Alright, so yeah, we did arts and crafts. We made paper bag puppets, and it was such a fun time, because like we never did it. And I made a little cat. I remember that because I was fixated on cats. Oh god, you guys are about to enter the wild child cat fixation era. Oh jeez.
Screw societal expectations. Society sucks. Have all the hyperfixations.
Yes!
Obsess over all the cool interests. Stim your heart out.
Yes! Oh! Busy! Say it. We're gonna play it again. I'm gonna say it again. We're gonna say it again. Play it again.
Screw societal expectations. Society sucks. Have all the hyperfixations. Obsess over all the cool interests. Stim your heart out.
Stim your heart out. You hear this? You hear this? I played it twice. We need to hear this. Dude. Cringe is dead. Be happy. Love what you love. Do what you want. Make a fursona. Like, please, just have a good time. Our lives are so short and insignificant in the grand scheme of the universe. Please, for the love of God, just love things. You're only here for so long. Fill it with love. Fill it with love. That is all I have to say. Okay. That was beautiful. Thank you for that message. You know what makes me so mad? Is that my mom can be such a cute character to draw sometimes. And it just, it makes me mad, because I'm like, dang it, she's so cute sometimes. Also, I have to say, when I was doing Wild Child's voice, it was so hard to do, like, sound effects in her voice. Like, I had to do, what did I do? I had to whistle in her voice for an Ask Wild Child thing. Oh my god. Whistling in, like, a different voice is so hard. I don't think I did a good job. I also had to do, like, she was explaining, like, what a party popper sounds like. This makes Ask Wild Child sound so random. But, like, it is. I had to do, like, a party popper sound, and I couldn't get it right either. Like, and then when doing the pig noises for this, I was like, God, what is up with that? Like, it's so weird. It was so hard to do, but I did it eventually. Also, holy goddamn hell. Oh, God, for the love of Christ, I am not pansexual. Can I just say that? By the way, I'm not pansexual. Whoa, he's not pansexual. I didn't know that. Like, I am not pan. I know that I painted a rainbow in this episode. And when it was shown here, it happened to be the panfly colors. But spoiler alert, the panfly colors happen to be really close to the primary colors. And it just so happens to look like a pan flag. I am not pan, I'm aro-ace. Sorry to all your pan enjoyers who were just desperate to find out if I was pan or not and if this was symbolism. Not everything is symbolism, I'm sorry. This is just a rainbow. And Wild Child always wanted to color the rainbow exactly in rainbow order because, you know, autism. Mystic Despair. Sorry. Free butchering of your username every time you subscribe. Not every time you subscribe? What the freak am I saying? The one time you subscribe. Please don't do that. Subscribe once. It's just so... Okay, I just had to say that because, like, the amount of people who are pansexual in my comment section. It's so cool. And I'm like, slay pans. You guys are awesome. I love my pan audience. However, I am not pan. I am aro-ace. Just gotta put it out there. That is all. Oh, the ladybug curtains are in this shot, which is cute. And I had to bring them back. Because I try to keep details very consistent. I love this transition too! You see that? It's so slay. And she's drawing, mom on the concrete. While talking about, I love the little puffed little cheeks, little like squished cheeks. This was one of my favorite shots to animate in this whole year, was this little shot of Wild Child coloring. And she's drawing. She's drawing her and her mom. She also has the mural from her bedroom. Here. But it's colored this time. But I love this too because it's just us. And it's like this quiet moment. And then towards the end, we start drawing peeves. Because that's where our happiness is now. And like, I just loved it so much of this little shot of us, like, drawing. And it lasts for such a long time, and it's just such a peaceful little, like, bit. And I just really wanted to capture the peace that we have now. Because I think it's really important. And that pretty much wraps arts and crafts. The only positive memory I have with my mother. And I just decided to keep it pretty positive. Here we go, stomping! This is a fun one. We got lots of Elmo appearances. I have a lot of fun little things in this episode too. People loved the nickname my mother gave me. I got called a lot of different things. Pumpkinhead was pretty much my main one. I was called Pumpkinhead a lot, and it kind of led to my Halloween hyperfixation a little bit. But I was called Pumpkinhead or Pumpkin. I also was called Miss America a lot, which I goddamn hate so much. Can you imagine being called Miss America?
I love the peaceful bits where you connect with Dubsy. I also think making peace and understanding your past self is important.
Yes, Bread Queen. Yes. That's it. It is just me, like, understanding that Wild Child just wants a mom, and, like, I just had to gently tell her to stop wishing that. Because, like, I didn't stop wishing that until, like, my previous era. Like, I didn't wish that until Hailey. There's, like, I'll talk about it, but, like, there was, I'm, like, wondering if I should put the content warning up. Should I? I don't know. I don't feel like it's that bad. I have a hard time, this is the problem, I have a hard time gauging what is triggering to other people because I've just gone through so much. I have no frame of reference of what's actually, like, traumatic enough to institute, like, to call for a content warning. Potential content warning, how about that? The moment I realized that I needed to stop wanting a mom out of my mother was the last Christmas I spent with her. It was like, I didn't get her any other gifts. I just handmade her this jar, this tiny jar, and it had pieces of paper in it, and there was 50 of them, and the 50 pieces of paper were all things that I wanted to do with her. Like, let's go to a random restaurant we've never been to before. That's like an example. And it was all these things I wanted to do with her. And then I gave it to her, and there was no other presents, so there was nothing else for her to focus on. And she didn't even open it the day of. I was like, well, don't you want to see what one looks like? I decorated all the papers. They're really cute. And she didn't. And she put it in her drawer, and she never opened it again. And that was kind of the point that I needed to learn. I was like, oh, she doesn't want to be my mom. Oh, I need to stop wishing that of her then, because then I'm just wasting my energy on somebody who doesn't want me as bad as I want them. And that was the shift, and that was in Hailey's era. You'll see it. I'm gonna definitely talk about it. But yeah, that's a little mini ramble. She really is not great, Sparkane Arts. It is, just so everybody has some closure here, my brother has minimal contact with her still. And my brother has informed me that she apparently has nightmares about me. So, the good news is that she gave me nightmares, and now I give her nightmares, so we're doing great! We're weighing on her conscience. So, that's the good thing. She has no idea any of this is going on, but she knows something is deeply wrong, like, in her gut, so you can tell I'm grinning, I'm a little vengeful, so this is good karma for me. I'm enjoying this fact. It makes me very happy. So, anyways, back to my not vengeful freaking bloodlust. Let's talk about stumping, because, oh man, there's so many times as an autistic person that you don't say things right, or things don't come across the way that you mean them to. And it usually happens for me when I don't explain things correctly. This is definitely one of those things, but also it's just because I am a child and I have limited vocabulary, and my child vocabulary couldn't describe exactly what I was feeling.
Karma still finds a way.
It does, Bread Queen. It really does. I'm so happy about it. Oh, that's so funny. But yes, I was just trying to say, like, oh my gosh, I hear this scary noise when I wake up from nightmares. Mom, help me. And then they were like, oh no, crucify it. It is a demon that hears voices. I'm like, huh? Bugatron is the best goddamn username ever. That is... Oh, I'm so happy to have you as a subscriber. That's hilarious. Oh, that's so funny. Oh god! People pointed out stuff in this episode that I didn't even think about. I was so focused on the fact, I was like, you know what's so funny? Everybody thought I was crazy for this. Like, everybody thought I was schizophrenic, everybody thought I had, like, hearing problems and all this other stuff, and, like, nah, man, I was just autistic and had sensitive hearing. But also, people pointed out, like, hey, your parents didn't comfort you after you had nightmares? I was like, y'all are being comforted after nightmares? Oh! Awesome! I guess I didn't have that! I didn't know any different. Like, to me, people commenting like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, they didn't even care that you were scared. They just sent you back to bed. And I'm like, yeah, and then I stopped and I was like, oh, that's probably not good. It's funny. People point out things that even I don't even realize, because it's just so normal to me. It's just so normal to me. But yeah, basically I thought I heard stomping, and it scared the crap out of my parents. I love this shot so much, dude. This little, like, scary, like, possessed, paranormal, like, wild child at the end of your bed. Like, can you imagine? Like, my mom didn't get, like, me standing in the doorway going, I foo up. I wasn't the I foo up kid. I was the quietly crawl onto your bed and sit at your feet and stare at you and be like,
I hear people stomping.
Like, oh no. Oh no. I can't imagine how creepy that had to be. Like, your 3-year-old being like,
I hear people and they're scaring me.
Like, oh god. That's like straight up out of like a horror movie. Oh. Man, so this was just a really funny shot, and it was also just silly and dramatic. I also love this one. No. She gets dragged to the freaking doctor, and then my mom pulls out a freaking cross. Also, can we just appreciate my little turtle doctor? He's adorable. I love my random NPCs so much. They're so cute. It's so freaking fun drawing these random forest creatures. Oh yeah, the sprinkles in my legs. People were so happy about this. They were like, oh my god, that's the best way to describe it ever. Or like, they're like, oh, that's what I say. I've never heard anybody else use that. And I'm like, man, solidarity in us being kids and not knowing how to explain anything. Like, it's such a fun thing. I thought it was awesome. Oh man. Man, the other day I was thinking about, when I get to do some interaction episodes of having some of the eras, like, interact with each other. And I can't wait. Because Blackbird and Wildchild don't get along. And I've seen people get really upset about this in the comments of Ask Wildchild, but no, they do not get along. Blackbird thinks Wildchild is, quote, just a stupid dumb little baby. And Wildchild is not, in fact, a dumb, stupid little baby. So they get into little fights, because Blackbird hates babies. Blackbird is, like, so anti-baby. Mokamarima. So Blackbird is obsessed with, like, picking on Wildchild, and Wildchild falls for it every time. And I'm like, can you guys please stop? But one thing that I was, like, thinking about, I was, like, writing some stuff out of, like, what they say to each other. And freaking Wildchild and Blackbird are arguing, and Blackbird's just basically like, what was your first word? Stupid or something? And then, like, Wildchild in the most autistic, most genuine way is just like,
No, my first word was stop, and you should probably do that.
I'm like, oh god, there's Wildchild's roasting the crap out of Blackbird. It's so funny, dude. Oh man, they're a hot mess. I love having all of these random eras that I have to control. I'm like, oh no. Y'all don't get along. This is driving me crazy. Oh man. But yeah, that's all I have to say about the sprinkles and the legs and the stomping. I just love drawing Wildchild pouting as well. It's just really cute and fun. Oh boy. This was a fun episode! Oh, I loved this. I loved the beach one. The beach, I was so excited about this one because I obviously have so many memories at the beach growing up in Florida. Oh, let me get some water, goodness. Hello, random person. I don't necessarily love you, but I'm glad we can relate. Thumbs up emoji. Let's high five. I don't know how to feel when people say they love me. It feels very weird. So I'm just like, high five. Oh, in your introduction, you mentioned you have OCD where you talk about it. Oh, yes, silly spook. I will talk about it. Actually, I don't know why I sounded like the nerd emoji. Actually. Like, what am I saying? I will show you guys some sneaky peeks of some stuff that's to come in Persona Project. Right now they're just concepts, so they're subject to change. I have to put that out there into the world. But I actually have personas for my disorders, and different things. So, for OCD, there's actually this goofy little character named Showbiz. And as my disorders start to show up, you will see them. And they are these non-verbal, just little entities that kind of exist in the same realm as the eras. You'll start to see, the first one you'll see, I'll pull up now, is this one. This one is the Trickster. And the Trickster is essentially my anxiety and my depression. And my anxiety and depression kind of manifests as this guy, this like entity, little cat-like creature. I designed these characters extremely thoughtfully. Pretty much according to my own personal experience with, you know, these... I don't even know how to explain it. These disorders, that's how I couldn't think of the word. With the trickster, literally heartless, there's a hole. Literally has no heart. Anxiety, depression, heartless. Always can hear him coming. There's jingle bells. Several jingle bells all over this character. Always hear them coming. There's always signs. It appears cat-like because this stuff started in Wild Child's era. And I based them kind of off of the eras they appear in and, like, how that era would perceive them. And obviously Wild Child's obsessed with cats, so she would see this as, like, a cat creature. Also, I feel as though cat makes a lot of sense, because cats are particular creatures. They're very much so like a, I want this on my terms, and I have very strict boundaries, and I'll scratch you. And I feel that's pretty much how anxiety and depression goes. But this guy can augment. That's the ability that the trickster has. The trickster can get really, really big and really, really small. And it depends on how effective he is being. Like, if he's next to Parker, this thing is giant. This thing is huge. Trickster is enormous next to Parker, because Parker has a lot of depression. But next to, like, Wild Child, he's just a kitten. He's just a little tiny cat. So, it's like, he changes depending on the eras, and I think that's really cool. But then the OCD, you won't see for a little while. I think OCD kind of shows up in the Holly era. Like, maybe a little bit here and there, but, like, mostly is a Holly era, like, beginning kind of thing. It is consuming my life as we speak right now, though. Like, Robin era, holy god, I can barely control my OCD right now. It's a very new thing for me. So, with Showbiz, took away Showbiz's stomach, because, like, I can't stomach the idea of ignoring the thoughts. Like, you can't fight the compulsion. So it's like, that symbolism's there. I also decided to give OCD kind of like a 3 eyes, because I thought it would be scarier to have more eyes on me. Like, an eye for each OCD. And, like, it's like the obsessive and the compulsive are on the ears. So there's, like, the obsessive thoughts are on this side, and then the compulsive actions are on this side. And it's like, whenever I don't do one, that eye's gonna be closed. And it's gonna be like, hey, you need to do this. And Showbiz is very much, like, it feels like I'm putting on a show. Cause I don't know, like, with OCD, it's like, nobody talks about this part of it.
Gosh, I love giving disorders and stuff personas. It's like in the little story game Adventures with Anxiety, which I highly recommend, except it might have triggering topics, but it's such a cool way to see anxiety and such. We need more of these.
Right, exactly. It's like, everybody kind of perceives it differently, but this is definitely the character that represents my experience with these things. But the thing I want to say about OCD that nobody talks about, people are like, oh, you just want to clean a lot. Oh, I'm so OCD. I can't, I have to organize everything by rainbow colors. No, my OCD is very much like, here's a good example. I was at a birthday party the other day, and I had baked a cake for the person. I baked the cake, and I spent a lot of time on it.
Couldn't fit in the last message, but also I love all the symbolism in your characters.
Oh, thank you, Red Queen! I know, I put so much thought into my character design. It's one of my favorite parts of all that I do is character design. I'm glad it pays off, because symbolism is so important. another fun fact of the symbolism, this character is based off of a triangle because of the OCD, like the 3-syllable, like the 3 letters, 3 sides, you know, shape, language. But with, I was at this birthday party, and I made the cake myself, and it was a very difficult cake to make. I kind of messed it up, like the decorations, and I was really upset about that. But I was like, you know what? It's okay. Because the cake tastes great, and who cares? So I went to this party with the cake, and I was like, it was a flavor I didn't really like, which is peanut butter. I don't like peanut butter chocolate that much, and I was like, you know what? That's okay, I'm gonna make it anyway, and it turned out really good, and I don't even like peanut butter. I still was like, dang, this is really good. Because I taste tested it, and I was like, dang, this is good. So, bring the cake. Everybody's standing around eating cake. And OCD, Showbiz, comes knocking at my door. Showbiz is like, hey, if you don't eat cake in front of these people, they're gonna think you poisoned it. Because you did. You poisoned it. And that's exactly why you're not eating the cake. It's very suspicious that somebody who baked it didn't eat the cake. And I was like, oh god. Oh no, everybody's gonna think I poisoned it. Oh no, what if I did? Oh god. Dude, I know I didn't poison the cake. There's no goddamn way. I don't even know how to poison a cake. Like, how would I do that? But like, that's the OCD. That's like, it doesn't make sense, but I'm just like, oh my god, I have to eat this cake now. I did not want to, but I did anyway. I was like, I have to prove that this is not poison. I have to. And so it was just, yeah, that is a good example of like, I can't fight that because it doesn't make sense, but like, I also was so afraid of like, my avoidant personality was also kicking in because it was like, oh, this is really embarrassing. Like, people are gonna think you're weird. People are gonna think you're weird. And I was like, I'm not weird. I'm not weird. So I ate the cake, even though I didn't want to. And then the sad thing is that the cake got cross-contaminated with something I'm really allergic to. Because it was next to like pizza at a party, and then I ended up getting really sick. And I was like, see, I wouldn't have gotten sick if I didn't have to eat the cake, and I wouldn't have to eat the cake if my OCD, if Showbiz didn't tell me. And it's just, I'm going insane. Like, it feels maddening to know that it's not logical, and that I didn't do these things, and that like, it's so clear that like, why would I do these things, but like, I have to do them. And that's OCD is. It's just like, nobody talks about how obscure the thoughts are, and how it's like, you can't stop thinking about it. You can't stop thinking about it until you do something about it. And that's what I hope to convey with this character. So, I have a couple of these entities. Let me show you these two for now. I do have ones for my PTSD. And then I also have some for my avoidant personality. My PTSD will be really cool. I haven't finished the design yet, but it's a very interesting one. I think you guys will be like, oh, that's really neat, because you guys seem to like my character symbolism a lot. As far as my eye surgery goes, I'm not completely healed. I'm still suffering some pretty bad migraines and nausea because I get motion sickness really bad. And I have double vision right now.
People always think OCD is just perfectionism. It is not.
Oh my god, Bird Queen, say it louder. Holy crap. It is so much worse than that. It is so much worse than... Oh, malfunction! Good question. Autism does not have one. Because to me, autism is not a disorder I need to go to therapy and work on. Autism is a part of me. It is a part of my personality. It is a part of every era. It follows me through my entire life, and it is something that I love about myself. It is not something that I am fearing. It is not something that I hate or try to get rid of or minimalize. It is something that I actually exemplify. Like, I want it more in my life. I want to be more unmasked. I want to be my authentic self. So autism does not have an entity. It never will, because it is just who I am. Whereas I don't want to identify with these other creatures. I don't want to be OCD. I don't want to have PTSD. I don't want to have avoidant personality disorder. But I love being autistic. So autism is not just, it's not an entity. It is just who I am. And that is my little ramble on that. And I'm so glad somebody asked, because people try to treat autism like you have to fix it or cure it or get rid of it or hide it. And I'm not about that. I used to have to hide my autism my entire life because I was born female at birth. And they were like, oh, well, girls can have autism, and therefore you have autism, but you don't have autism at the same time, so just pretend you don't have it. And that was not fun. You'll find out how much not fun that is. Hopefully you've already seen a good amount of it. Oh my god, this is from one of my favorite videos ever. It's so funny. I don't know if you've seen it. There's this song, this exact song is in the background of this cat who's like dancing. He's like a white cat. I don't know. It makes me happy. It just struck a chord with me. Let's go. Autism, let's go. Everybody's autistic in the chat. Yes! I'm so happy we're all here together. It's so good. We're in such a good, safe place here. I love it. Good, Killer Katie. Let's not hide it. Let's go. Let's go. I'm so happy about that. Anyways, let's talk about this beach episode. Oh, this was my boogie board! I had this boogie board that had flames on it. It was pink and black, and it had flames on it. It was the most intense thing ever. And I was like, as a kid, I was like, oh yeah, I want that one. And my dad's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, it has flames on it, and flames are cool. And then my dad was like, oh, alright. I also just love drawing Wild Child in shades. That was so cute. This was actually my swimsuit too. I wore this swimsuit so much. It's my favorite thing ever. I like barely took it off. I was almost always in my swimsuit. It was crazy. I loved seashell hunting as a child. Who doesn't? I was just really good at it though. I'd be finding shark teeth and like starfish and like all sorts of stuff. Sand dollars. I drew these little seagulls playing with Wild Child in the background because she was a seagull terrorizer. She would go around and scare all the seagulls and like try to antagonize them. Again with the eyes showing a lot because she's unmasked. She's genuinely very happy. I love drawing all the water animations in this one. Her little float right here. I also made my swim trunks the genderqueer flag colors. I thought that was really cute. And I also, if you notice, if you zoom all the way in, I have my bumblebee scar. I put the tiniest details ever in my stuff. I explained what a sandbar is, and apparently some people have never heard of that before. So there you go, you've been educated. This is your Florida PSA, that sandbars are the best place to get your seashells and various things. I loved this part, because people were just like, again, people are very, like, protective of their favorite animals in my comment section. And I just have to say, slay. I love that you guys have your favorite animals. This is awesome. Defend them with their honor to the end. That is fine by me. Just know that it is not personal when I say that I don't like a certain animal. It is just me as a child not understanding that horseshoe crabs can in fact not stab you to death. And that they're just little guys, and they don't really do anything, and they're actually fossils, and they're actually, like, living, breathing, prehistoric animals that are cool. Tell that to Wild Child now, and she'd probably be like, oh wow, yeah, actually, I loved them. Like, she'd just completely change her mind on him, like, a dime, like, no questions asked. And so, people are like, oh my god, actually, these things are harmless, don't spread misinformation, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, I was just a kid, I'm sorry, I know that now as an adult, but like, they look scary, so as a kid I was scared of them. And like, I still don't like them. They creep me out. They look like cockroaches. Like, if you looked at the underside of a freaking horseshoe crab, it literally looks like the inner machinations of a cockroach. It makes me... like, I don't like it. They creep me out. I don't want them near me, but they're fine to be where they are. Like Slay. Be at the bottom of the ocean. Also, I loved this little ramble from Wild Child right here because it was just so true to like how kids act. Where she's just like,
one time this thing happened and blah 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 blah.
and she just goes on and on and on. I'm like, oh my god, child, please just get to the point. She tells like the entire story of how she stepped on a jellyfish and she's like,
Wow, it hurt really bad.
and she's just like smiling. And I'm like, dude, it's one of those things where I'm like, that probably should have been traumatic, but because she is Wild Child, she just walked it off and was like,
Oh, oops, I stepped on the jellyfish anyways.
and just walked away. And I'm like, what the freak? And I just love the dynamic of like me being like, please explain yourself, and she can't.
Good thing I don't live near any beaches or oceans. First time when near an ocean, I yelled I'm going to run and all the way to my neck. I made a dash for it. Good thing my aunt was there. I used to love water, can't stand it now, always get hurt.
Aw, dang. I hate it when things like change like that, when it's like when you're a kid it's just like, I'm invincible, let's go! And then like, all of a sudden you're like, never mind. Like once you learn how scary the ocean is, it's like, never mind. Man. Can't stand water. I mean, I like swimming pools and stuff, but again, I'm so cautious of my body and people looking at me that I'd need like a private, like, empty area to fully enjoy water anymore. Which is sad, because I'm a water sign, I really like water. Oh, goodness. But yeah, I love this episode. This was such a fun one to animate, and like, the vibes were just fun. Getting to draw the beach and getting to draw all of our, like, our little swimsuits. It's just so cute and fun. Oh, this is another- this is what people are so confused about. I guess I'll explain this. This is the playground episode. The reason- here's the thing. Hold on, I'm gonna get water because I'm about to go off. Alright. So, people were like so mad at me because I was like, you little brat, why didn't you help them? The reason why I say that, I'm just gonna very quietly. The reason why I say that, my grandfather was not able-bodied. My grandfather was in fact not able-bodied. And the only person working on this then was my father. My father essentially single-handedly, physically built this thing because my grandfather was just reading the instructions and was helping in that way, but couldn't physically help. So like, as a kid, I wanted to help. I like asked them a million times like,
Daddy, let me help you. Like, I want to build stuff too. Can I do the hammer? I want to do the hammer.
and my dad was like, no, no, no. Let's not give the child a hammer. Also, holy god, this is so loud. Can I turn this down even a little? Okay, Jesus. I'll still fix it to where it's the same for you guys, but like for me, it won't be killing my freaking soul a little bit. There we go. But yeah, I wanted to help so bad. And so I had to like explain that in a way that like, I was like,
Oh, I just wanted to help, but they won't let me.
and like, that's why I was like, hey, you're being a brat, help them now. And then I was like, oh yeah, that's right, I couldn't help them. Now I remember. It's almost like I was trying to convey the fact that like, I remember it differently now than how it actually was. Like, I remember looking back and I like lounged out in my PJs on a bench with like a little sippy cup and I was like,
Ah, yeah, new playground.
and like watching my dad single-handedly try and struggle to build this thing. And I was like, dang, that's such a bratty thing looking back on it as an adult. I'm like, that was such a brat thing to like sit there the whole time and stare at them. But like the audience was just like, oh my god, don't be mean! Don't be mean to a wild child! And I'm like, no, this is the difference between how the memories were versus how I remember them. Like, but I had a hard time conveying that, I guess. And I don't know. It came across not the way I was hoping, and the audience did not understand. So there's the clarification on that. Playground looked exactly like this. Everybody said they had the same one. So let's freaking go. Let's raise our water bottles to having the same childhood. Clink. Let's go. Loved this playground. Oh my god, this playground was my whole life. The telescope was fun. I got to do the hot air balloons. Yeah, there are frogs in the frog universe. Don't think about it too hard. It's like Neopets and Pet Pets, okay? I almost wanted to put a content warning for spiders being in it, but he's so cute! I was like, there's no way that's gonna scare someone. He's such a little baby! He's such a little guy. He's friendly. He's a friendly little man. So I didn't put a content warning for arachnids. I was like, you know what? Also, some people were goddamn confused. They didn't know why, like, mom put down this box and then ran for her life. It's mostly because she hated my bug hotels and she hated my reptile hotels so much.
Hello. This is my first time watching your streams, so all I just want to say is love the animations and I hope you're doing well, 3.
Oh my god, let's go! Your username is hilarious. That sad Mario waiting for the bus. It's a freaking beautiful username. Oh my god, and your icon matches it. It's so good. Oh, well thanks for popping into the stream. That's super cool, man. Thanks for hanging out, and I'm super glad that you're enjoying all of my wonderful and silly and sad and all the emotions of the animations. That's awesome. And I am doing quite well. But yeah, my mother did not enjoy the bug business. Also, I just have to say I love this animation so much of Wild Child getting into the box. Because if it fits, I sit still applies to her. Like, just... yeah, I just thought that was really funny and cute. It just... Also, my parents never found out about this. My parents never, ever found out that I made the sinkhole. I lied to them. I was like... oh wow, the music is so quiet now. What the heck? Okay. Can we relax? Okay. There we go. But yeah, I lied to them about the sinkhole. They were like, oh my god, what is this? There's like this hole in the ground. You stop digging up holes in the yard, blah blah blah. And I was like,
I didn't do that one.
And they were like, what? And I was like,
No, I was digging over here.
and I showed them like another spot that I was digging, and they were like, uh-oh, that's just a sinkhole. And I was like,
oh gosh, what's a sinkhole?
sweat emoji, sweat emoji, sweat emoji. And then they were like, oh, we gotta fill it with concrete. So my dad filled it with concrete, and I was just sitting there in the back of my mind going,
God damn it. my source of dirt for my hotels is now filled with cement! No!
and then my little child mind, I was like, this is why lying is bad. Because if I had just told them it was mine, maybe I could have kept the hole. But instead, I made a sinkhole and lied about it. And then I didn't get to fill up my things with the good dirt, you know, the good dirt. It was filled with cement now. Oh, dang. So yeah, that was just a really fun animation of like the sinkhole. And I love this little frame. Look how cute she is. And then I loved this part because like I love when we get to say that like the same thing at the same time. It's just like a really fun kind of like, I don't know if you've seen the animator, the anime Soul Eater, when they go like, let's go, Soul Resonance, and they're like, da-na-na-na-na-na. It kind of feels like that when I get to say the same thing at the same time as my era. It also feels like in 12 when May gets to speak the same time as the vessels. It's like, I don't know, it's a really fun detail, and I loved doing this swing animation. They were having so much fun, Your Honor. It's so cute of them to be swinging together. Because there is always 2 swings on the swing set, but like, for most of my childhood, I didn't have my brother yet in this part, so it was nice that I could fill the other swing with like someone else, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cute and sweet, and I really liked it, and it's just really fun. I still love swinging to this day. I go swinging as much as humanly possible. Every playground we ever go to, I'm like, swings, swings, swings! Doesn't matter that I'm an adult, I can swing and be happy and enjoy life. It does not matter. Oh, alright, moving on to... Oh, here comes some of the fan favorite episodes.
Hayo, our insurance never let me get swings or a trampoline or any type of playground
Holy crap, the poor text-to-speech had a freaking stroke over that message. Oh my god. That is so funny, dude. That text-to-speech. I'm gonna freaking play that again. That was so funny, dude. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Hayo, our insurance never let me get swings or a trampoline or any type of playground frown.
I also love writing the sweet. Oh my god, I love my text-to-speech so much, it's so terrible. I'm dying, that is so funny. Also, screw insurance sites, like, you can't have fun, like, screw y'all, you freaking literally take this money for a reason. Like, let me at least have a swing. What does this say, boy? Oh, I don't know, dog. I don't know. This is so funny. The text-to-speech bots exploring their passion for xylophones. That is so funny. School animation channel. God. Aww. That's so sweet. Everybody's sharing their swing stories. It makes me so happy. Oh, I'm gonna stand. I'm so happy. Oh, but here comes our next episode. Our fan favorite episodes are on the brink here. This is the Anything But Toys episode, where I talk about wanting to play with candles, and my mother ruthlessly ripping them away from me. And I just gotta say, everyone's done this. I don't care. Everyone has put markers together in a lightsaber fashion and has swung it around, and everyone has taken a box of paper clips and turned them into just a string, like a strand, a chain of clips. Everyone. I don't care. You're lying if you say you haven't. I know it. Also, we had these fake fruit all around my house, and I also love playing with those, even though they were like, literally had things on them that said, not a toy. I'm like, bull crap, and I play with them anyway, because, yeah, duh. This is so true. This is so true. As soon as I got into school, they made me go through all of these different tests a lot, because being autistic, they put you through, like, gifted testing, usually. And, yeah, I was a gifted kid, and so a lot of the stuff I was playing with that was for my age was just really boring. And I had a lot of trouble in school because I was just bored. My conduct was really bad. You're about to find out, because we're about to start the point where Wild Child goes to school. Like, we're about to... Year 4 is when she gets into kindergarten, I believe. So, you're gonna find out really quickly just how bad it really is going to regular public school and being forced into normal classes. Yes, I know, we reached a stream goal a while ago. We'll get to it. I'm gonna get to my points and then we'll let Wild Child take over and it'll be insane. So, yeah, I got really bored of this stuff. Like, there was, like, I had memory games. Oh my god, this little, like, detail on this memory game is kind of insane. I went hard. I got so bored of it. I was just like, I could do it so fast and there's no point in... All these candles looked like food items to me! Like butter, cake, and jam. Like, hello? Like, they all look so delicious. Why? If not for eat, why look delicious? Huh?
Did anyone else have to be pulled out of class throughout elementary and middle school where they'd make you copy drawings and words?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I got pulled out of class for so many reasons. So bad. Oh, you're so right, Red Queen, goddamn. Oops. Alright, okay, there we go. But yeah, I love playing with these ceramic birds in my nanny's house. She had, like, a bird-themed bathroom. So she had, like, a fake tree in there that had, like, a nest full of these, like, fake little birds, and she had, like, ceramic birds and bird houses and stuff all over the bathroom. Here's some of the little details that I'd like to point out in this. My pop was reading a newspaper about PetPyves reaching 100,000 subscribers! What? How crazy! Also, for the record, I did get the play button. I just haven't opened it yet, because I can't see, and I kind of want to see my greatest life achievement with my eyes. So I'm waiting. But I'll make a video about it so you guys can see it too. It's I can't wait to see it. It's just sitting on my desk and has been for several weeks. And then the letter that my nanny is writing is actually to my aunt, and it's describing how this child is insane and wants to play with my birds in the bathroom. Because I would often find my nanny writing letters to her. But yeah, this is just a really funny thing of Wild Child getting super defensive and like locking herself in the bathroom with the freaking candles and the birds. They were so cute! They look just like this! I love the little freaking candles! They were so adorable! I loved it. I love when Wild Child gets to like go like on the camera screen, you could see her like smudged against it. And then this is just us both crying over objects having souls, which I apparently, completely by accident, summoned an entire fandom I didn't know existed about object things, and everybody is terrifying me over this. Can that fandom please explain to me why they're so unhinged? Like, I mentioned this once and they're all like, oh my god! Objects have souls! Blah blah blah! And then they keep commenting on each other's comments being like, you like this show? I like this show! And I'm like, oh my god, the fixation is so real. They are so fixated and I'm so happy for them that they're so happy. But there's so many of them coalescing on this one video and I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? I don't understand what they're saying. Slay, I guess. I'll just let them be. The object show community, holy crap, what is going on, gamers? I love you guys though. It's super sweet to see everybody bonding. But it's just like, it's funny because I don't understand it. Like, I don't know what the show is, and everybody's just going off, and I'm like, okay, as long as you guys are happy, I guess, smiley face. I just summoned a whole fandom by complete accident. I'm like, oops. Anyways. Don't know what happened there. Don't know how I did it. I said something. Alright, the next episode is one of my favorites. It's the shortest one, but, in case you didn't know, I got a couple things about this. The autism symbol that I use is the golden infinity sign. The rainbow infinity sign is for neurodivergence, and, the golden one is for autism. People were, like, kind of confused about that. I do not agree with the puzzle piece, and I will not stand for it being anywhere on my channel, so the infinity sign it is, for me, and I know that there's a couple other symbols out there, like a fingerprint, but this is the one that I'm comfortable with, so this is the symbol that I will use quite often, just so you know what it is. What the freak? I want to talk about- nobody freaking called me out for being a Naruto fan? I'm just staring. I literally am in a full Akatsuki outfit with the freaking Stone Village crossed out. You could guess exactly which character was my favorite if you knew. And I was like, oh, I can't wait for the Naruto fandom to come for me, and then I get to own them by being like, actually, Sasuke can't beat this person because of blah blah blah. Like, I love arguing with Naruto fans. I love getting into heated arguments. I love being like, actually, you're literally wrong. It's so fun.
Hell yeah, autism.
That sad Mario waiting for the bus. Hell yeah, autism. Autism, hell yeah, brother. That's awesome, dude. Autism, hell yeah. That's so funny, dude. God, that's hilarious. But yeah, I was a little sad that nobody wanted to fight me over Naruto, but I guess we'll get there when Parker's era arrives. I was like, darn. I was really hoping to have some fun, but I guess I won't. See, I like arguing with people on the internet where it is, like, okay to argue with people on the internet. Like, over who could beat who in Naruto in a fight. Like, oh god, don't even get me started. But, like, I won't argue with people with things that, like, actually could, like, hurt people. Like, it won't hurt anybody if I'm like, actually, Hinata is, like, super strong, and actually, like, Sakura is actually really strong, too. You guys just, like, hate women. Because I love arguing with them, because most of them are just, like, grown men, and it just tickles me. It tickles me. It's like, there's like an evil little goblin in me that's like, let's troll people on the internet, let's fight with them, and I'm like, oh god. Okay. But yeah, if you guessed the horse film Spirit, you were correct. It's just, I didn't feel like getting copyright claimed or something. And also, it's like kind of a running gag on my channel is that I uncopyright things, even though they don't need to be uncopyrighted. I just think it's really fun to do it because it's like, I have to get really creative with how I do it. It's just really fun, I don't know. So, I loved doing this because, like, it was just like, no words needed to be said by Wild Child. Like, this is a completely non-verbal experience where she just, also I really did have this blanket, this ugly ass pink leopard print blanket. Oh my god, help me. The 90s was a hideous time to be alive. But anyways, I just love it. Cause I made the joke of like, a very copyrighted horse film from the year 2000, and then a very detailed horse birth that I'm not animating. In the same exact font. It's so funny, dude. Also, who remembers if you had an old TV? Do you remember the red, green, and blue lights in the back? Because I would literally open that panel and crawl in there and, like, look at them because I am normal. Oh, goodness. But yeah, this is just a really fun- I also love how much I'm freaking out and I grab the camera and, like, scream it into the void. And I love this of me, like, beating the ground, like, why? And then she just jumps on my back, like, pretending to be a little horse. Oh my god, help. Also, I'm just gonna clarify, I'm not hyperfixated on horses. I hate horses! I, like, don't like horses at all. I hate them. They scare me. I've never liked horses in my whole life. I've never liked horses. I just was hyperfixated on birth itself, on being born. I wanted to be born. Like, I hyperfixate on, like, I pretend to be a seahorse. I pretend to be a male seahorse who is carrying, like, I literally take, like, stuffed animals into a bag and carry them on my belly and be like, I'm a boy seahorse, so I'm gonna have all these little babies, and I'll, like, throw the stuffed animals out and be like, the babies are born, yay! And, like, then I would crawl under blankets and under things and be like, I'm gonna be born! Like, hello? What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Apparently nothing because everybody else agreed. And I think that was the thing that brought me so much solace from this episode, was hearing everybody else was like, yeah, me too. I'm like, holy shit, why didn't we talk about this? Why is this such an unspoken thing? Like, we all experienced the same very obscure and niche hyperfixation and nobody talked about it? I guess because it's embarrassing. But like, okay, but like, I don't know why, but like, it's such a shared experience, and I'm like, then why don't we just talk about it? Because it's not that embarrassing. Like, we're just kids. We're just kids trying to understand this weird world that we were brought into. And like, I don't know, I watched a lot of animal documentaries and stuff, and like, birth was all over the place, and I was just obsessed. Like, I was just like, oh, I love baby animals. I love like watching the mommies take care of them and blah blah blah. And then I got some sad comments of people being like, well, the reason why you're fixated on that is because you never had a mom and you wanted to remake your birth because you were sad. And I'm like, God, please don't spin it like that. I don't want to think about it like that. That's really sad, but it could be. It really could be that, but I don't know, man. I'm just gonna accept that I was just a little weirdo. You know what? I was just a little weirdo. And we're all little weirdos, because we all have the same fixation. Period. That's all. Not gonna dig too deep into that. Okay, the next one, I'm definitely going to put a content warning up. 100%.
I love horses, but no one understands people who don't. I probably have a bias since I come from a line of ranchers. Taking care of horses I a pain though lol.
Oh, I know taking care of them is a pain. I know that. Ugh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry we don't like horses, some of us, but I'm glad some people do. Slay for you. Alright. Oh boy. Where's the content warning? Whoop! Content warning, we are going to be talking about 9/11, and it is dangerously close to the actual date of 9/11. I'd like to redirect you to the description of this video of the, airplanes episode, specifically. We have a fundraiser going on that I'm supporting with that video.
As SpongeBob once said, we are all goofy goobers.
Yes! Yes! Oh my god, I'm the biggest SpongeBob fan ever! Let's go! Let's go, let's go! Thank you. The sad Mario waiting at the bus. God, you poor thing. Yeah, I hope your bus comes eventually. But, man. I do want to point the attention to the fundraiser. It's for the fallen firefighters. And it does go towards the families affected by this tragedy. And I also have to say, very hard line. Do not cross this line. This is a boundary I will not deal with whatsoever. No jokes. Absolutely no jokes about 9/11. Absolutely zero. I don't want to hear it. I don't care if you're young. I don't care if you've never experienced it. I don't care if you just need to take a joke because it's just a joke. It's not just a joke. This is a real tragedy. This really happened. And it happened very recently. And the severity of it shouldn't be dimmed down to just a silly joke. And if you want to joke about this event, get out of here. I don't want you on my stream. I don't want you on my channel. Period. Get banned. Literally. Try me. I have already banned like 12 people on that video who decided to be shitheads and decide to try to make this into some kind of joke. Because it's not. Terrorism is not a fucking joke. I will say it to the end of the earth. We will not joke about this. Thank you. That's all. Okay. Serious Holly over. I did have the hardest time making this video. Mostly because my inner demons were eating me alive. My inner demons were eating me alive. Because I was like... I have this fear of airplanes, right? I've always been scared of them. I've had nightmares about airplanes crashing into my house. I've had bad experiences on airplanes with like extreme anxiety. I've had... My dad once tried to play a joke on me about airplanes, and it was literally one of the most traumatic things he did to me, and I'm not gonna talk about it because I'm probably gonna animate it, later. But airplanes are terrifying to me, and it's because of 9/11 that airplanes are terrifying to me. Like, oh god, yes, Pippi, absolutely, like, people's families are still affected by this. Like, it's not, oh, this was in black and white, it happened so long ago, blah blah blah. No, dude, this happened so recently. And, like, it's important to remember and respect that. You shouldn't joke about anything where people actually died. Like, I don't know, it irks me. The internet irks me sometimes with that shit. But I'm scared of airplanes. I know there's a couple other people who feel this way, but it was because of... I witnessed this as a child on live television. Like, dude, like, real people died in front of my eyes as a child. You know how hard it was to process that at 3 years old and be like, what's happening? What's going on? Like, I was so confused, and like the adults just didn't explain it to me either. So I grew up my whole life thinking that like airplanes were crashing into people's houses. I thought that the Twin Towers were people's like apartments, like people's houses. And like I was so scared that like it could just happen to me at any moment because like, oh, they're just crashing into random houses. I didn't know it happened in New York. I didn't know that I was all the way in Florida and I was safe. I didn't know what was happening because my mom was freaking out because my dad had just gone to work. And like, mind you, like, she was being dramatic as freak because like, we're in Florida, like it was happening in New York. I don't know why she was like freaking out. But she was like crying on the phone. She was freaking out. She's trying to get him to come home. And she didn't know where he was because back then, guess what? We didn't have cell phones! So it was like really hard to get a hold of him. She had to try to call the house he was working at, and like the panic was just so real and so bad and so scary. Oh.
I have ADHD, and I was pulled out of class because I just messed up the alphabet and put him in a spot.
Oh my god. Are you joking? Lavinia, oh god, I'm gonna totally mispronounce your name, I'm so sorry. Lavinia? Sorry if I mispronounced your name. But I'm so sorry that you had to be pulled out of class. That's not fun at all, especially because it's something as simple as the alphabet. Like, you can't blame yourself. Like, give your inner child a hug for me and just tell your inner child that, like, it's okay to mess that up. It's okay to mess things up. Like, even if it's something as simple as the alphabet, like, people make mistakes and that's okay. You have to just tell your inner child that mistakes are okay. But yeah, the thing about that, what was hard about me telling this story from my perspective was that I felt that my little fear of airplanes and that my very brief and very distant experience with this tragedy, it felt unconstituted for me to make a video about it because I was just like, well, I didn't, like, have family die, and I didn't die, and I wasn't directly affected, but I was just like, stop, because, like, that's just minimalizing my own feelings because somebody else has it worse than me, and I don't want to do that to myself. And I kind of looked at Wild Child and I was like, no, it's really scary for you, and like, I understand that now, and you should talk about it. I know that you weren't, you know, you didn't have to die in the event to make it feel bad. Like, it still felt bad, and like, it still is traumatizing, even though it wasn't like the most extreme outcome. Like, that's the problem with me, is that I feel like I can't share a lot of stuff because it felt so insignificant in the grand scheme of things. But like, I'm just gonna be here to say right now, like, no, don't minimalize your own experience because someone else had it worse. It's like almost a weird way of victim shaming yourself. And it's not okay, and you should be able to express how you feel, no matter how big or small. Like, it is still a feeling, and it's still there, and you felt it, and it's valid, and so I posted it anyways, but I was shaking. I was scared when I posted this video. I was, like, up at night for 2 days straight being like, I don't want to post it. What if people think I'm being insensitive? What if people hate me? What if they think I'm being dramatic? Or they think that, like, oh, like, who cares about you? People actually died, and, like... Because, like, yeah, spoiler alert, I have gotten those comments. Like, I have gotten people who looked at my cousin's death and went, oh, why are you crying about it? Boo-hoo, your cousin died. Like, oh, sorry, I guess I should have been murdered? Like, what? Like... That's how ridiculous it made me realize how ridiculous it sounded when people actually did, you know, like, say things that I thought they were gonna say. It made me realize how ridiculous it was that they were saying it, and that they were ridiculous, and that I'm not ridiculous for having feelings about a very real terrorist attack on my country that I witnessed at 3 years old on live television. Like, yeah, that's traumatic. Let's talk about it. Also, I'm not the only one. You guys also experience those things. Even people who weren't born are like, this traumatized me. This was so scary and sad, and I had to learn about it in school, and like, it's scary. It's really, really scary. So yes, I did draw and animate these things on fire. I drew the explosion. I watched the second plane crash into the building. I was only 3 years old, and I vividly remember this. Like, it stuck with me. It stuck with me. Like, the panic of my mom. Like, the feeling of my dad isn't here, and my mom wants my dad here, and he could die. The feeling of, like, what, like, people are actually dying in front of my eyes right now. And I know what it meant. I know what death meant. My cousin died when I was born. He was murdered. He was murdered, and like, I was told that my entire life. I knew exactly what it meant. I knew what it meant when someone died. Because I've been to a funeral at that point. I know what it meant. Like, I wasn't a naive child. Like, death was a very terrifying thing to me, and I was aware that people were dying. So I was scared. And like, I didn't go to school that day, and like, when my dad did eventually come home, they were crying and freaking out, and like, because they couldn't get a hold of him, because we didn't have cell phones, and it was just like, God, it was scary. And like, I remember my dad just hugging me after that, and holding me. And like, this is the part that I left out of the video, because this is the part that I felt was insensitive to include in the video. That was the day that my mother found out that she was pregnant with my brother. That was the morning that she found out that she was having my baby brother. Was on 9/11. And holy shit. I can't imagine witnessing something like that. And then being like, and I'm bringing another life into this world where this shit is happening. Like, I can't imagine the distress that had to be going on in her mind, while also trying to calm me down, who's crying and freaking out, and like trying to get a hold of her husband, and like, I can't imagine how scary that had to be, like, to find out that like something that's supposed to be really happy and like, you know, like, oh wow, we're having another baby, this is so exciting, you know, like, it's supposed to be a good thing, but like, holy shit, there's a national tragedy unfolding before our eyes. Like, we can't focus on the stupid baby. Like, who cares about that? Like, I'm pretty sure that's why she was so frantic to call my dad, because she was like, oh my god, what if he dies and I have these 2 kids, holy crap. Like, the panic was unbelievable. Like, I can't express it enough. I can't draw it. I can't portray it. You just had to have been there, unfortunately. And I don't want anybody to have been there. Trust me. Just believe my words that it was not fun, and it was very scary, and Wild Child understood. Like, there's a shot of her praying. She puts down flowers. We put down flowers at school. That's why I did that. They had a bunch of ceremonies at school, and like memorial services at school that I would have to attend, and I was so deeply affected by those things. I had to sing like the national anthem every time, and I'd be crying my eyes out because I just knew what it meant. Like, I was a kid that had like dealt with death before. And like, the thing that I hate as an adult now is looking back and realizing how everybody glossed over this. Everybody glossed over this and was just like, oh, well, you're a child, so you don't understand. So, oh, let's just talk about this dog's birthday. I remember the next day watching TV, and it was this dog's birthday, and that's all they were talking about. And I was like, confused. I was like, didn't something— yeah, just ignore the fucking music. It's the hopeful optimism in the background, okay? Yeah, no, that's like, they were like, hey, it's the dog's birthday, are we so excited, yay! And I was like, people died yesterday. Like, I remember feeling very odd about that. It was very terribly timed, I agree, everyone. But yeah, it was just, the way the media takes a lot of things upsets me, to say the least. Cause this happens nowadays. Like, think about all the freaking things that we hear on the news on the regular, and then we just move on, because it's just not news anymore. That's why I put a little, tiny little thing in here that says, don't trust the media. Cause, like, don't. But yeah, I got this fear of airplanes, and whenever they would fly over my house, I'd literally run and hide and cry. And like, nowadays, it's a lot better. Don't get me wrong, like, I'm still scared. If I hear an airplane in my sleep, I will have PTSD like you don't even believe. Like, it'll trigger me super bad. And if an airplane flies really loudly above me, I will get really scared. Like, it is still there, but I had to sit with my inner child and hug her and tell her that it's okay to be scared of this, because it is very scary. It's a very scary thing. And it was real. And these people really died. And the airplanes are really scary. And then it's okay. Like, I had to sit there and tell her that, and sit with her when nobody else would, because they downplayed her experience because she was a child and she didn't understand, but she totally did. Yes, so that's all I'm gonna say about this episode. We're gonna go back to some of the goofy, happier ones. I think this is, like, pretty much the only, like, extremely serious one. Out of the whole bunch of this year. So yeah, content warning over. We're gonna go back to some good old goofier times. And yes, everyone, for everybody who just, for some reason, had to inform me that, oh my god, your mom's pregnant in this video. Wow, I had no idea. Thank you. I had only drawn her that way on purpose. I had no idea. Yes, she was. Like I said, she found out she was having my brother on 9/11 during everything. But yeah, this is like the couple months after that. So yes, she was a lot further along though. Like, I don't know, hold on. I have to do the math. Let me do some math. Oh no, actually, wow, okay, wow. I mean, I did the math, that's like crazy. She found out pretty early, that's awesome. I can't remember if my brother was planned or not, honestly. They said I was, so I know I was planned, but I don't know if my brother was. But the way they found out so early, I'm like, I don't know. They found out my brother was coming pretty early, so who knows, who knows, who knows. I don't know, I don't have contact with them, so God only knows. So, yes, my baby brother's on the way in this video. Also, can we just appreciate the little Christmas outfits? Aren't they so stinking cute? I had so much freaking fun doing these stupid little patterns. Ugh. I loved it. This is my Chevy! Also, you know what? We're gonna give my parents some credit for this one, because I could have gotten a Barbie car, right? I could have gotten like a pink Jeep. I could have gotten like a little Cinderella carriage. But no, my dad understood how much I loved his truck. I loved his Chevy. I loved being in that truck. It was like my safe space. It was calm for me. I loved it. And so he got me my own. Like, he really went to the store. And in a time where it wasn't necessarily acceptable to, like, have girls play with boy toys and boys play with girl toys, it wasn't nearly as acceptable as it is nowadays. So he went to this store and was like, yeah, my daughter wants a truck. And I'm sure he had to go through some things just to get me that thing. But like, I don't know, to me this is a testament of, wow, my dad actually knew me, and he loved me. He cared to know me. He cared to understand that I didn't want a girl car. And like, I don't know, it was just, I really like think about that, and I really appreciate that, and it makes my heart so happy to know that like, someone paid attention to me in some kind of way, and like, they paid attention to the fact that how much that Chevy meant to me, and how much more I would enjoy my own Chevy. Oh, yo! Axel animates. That's so cool! I didn't know you could do those little, like, stickers. Look how cute the little Shiba Inu is! Holy crap, that's adorable! Bye-bye! Oh, does that mean you're leaving? Okay, well, goodbye then, and thank you for the super chat. That's so adorable! Oh my god! That's adorable! I'm like obsessed. I'm staring at it. I'm such an animation dork. I'm like, oh, that's so smooth. I wonder how many frames per second. Oh, they must have used a puppet animate. I'm like, god, I'm like so focused on the animation. That's funny. Oh goodness. But yes, I loved this with Chuck so much. And yes, my mother was so adamant, is hilarious. My mother, is that what we would call, like, a non-binary parent? My other? It's kind of funny, actually. If I just invented something, please let me know. But my mother was, like, made sure I always wear helmet and knee pads, and, like, it's hilarious to think back on that, like, she cared so much about my well-being, but then she didn't at the same time. It's a very conflicting and confusing thing that I know the comment section is just always so mad about. They're like, one second your mom is so nice and the next she's so mean. What's up with that? Why isn't she consistent? I'm like, dog, maybe because she's a person. Because she's a real person. She's not, like, a character. She, like, is flip-flopping back and forth because she is a freaking abusive person and is not consistent. Sorry, like... Oh, is it a Coraline reference? Oh. Okay. Other mother. Oh, okay. I see. Maybe it's something subconscious that I picked up and said.
Car episode vroom vroom.
Car episode vroom vroom! Sad Mario! Instead of waiting for the bus, you could just take my little Chevy! How about that? Does that sound good? My my freaking music was like, are you there? Are you alive? You haven't been doing very much. I'm a little worried that you're dead. And I'm like, no, I'm alive. Thank you, YouTube music. It's pretty funny. But yeah, Sad Mario, just take the car instead. Just stop waiting for the bus. So dumb, so sorry. Oh goodness. Okay, so yes, she cared about my well-being somewhat. I'd crash into things a lot. And my dad, okay. I'm about to check everybody's, how niche your knowledge is. Okay, we're all autistic, yes. Okay, well, neurodivergent. We'll say neurodivergent. I know there's a lot of autistic people in the chat. My autistic train-loving people. My train hyperfixated autistics. Yes, I know there are many of us, because we have very common fixations like dinosaurs and trains. But if you had a train fixation in the late 90s, early 2000s, did you ever get a PC game called Lionel Train Town? It was the train company and it was a Train Town game. It was a game where you had to, like, organize the train tracks and send certain trains and, like, do puzzles and stuff. And it was a PC game, and it was one of my fixations as freak. And if you crashed the trains in that game, this, like, very southern guy would go on the screen and he'd go, "That's a fender bender." He'd be like, "That's a fender bender." So if you know that goddamn game, my dad was referencing that game because I played it so goddamn much.
Hello. I'm a massive fan and your videos help me lots. I hope you are doing well.
Oh, excellent, Animates! That's so sweet. I'm so glad my videos help you, dude. That's so awesome. Because they help me too, so that means we're helping each other in a way. It's like, everybody wins. I kind of love that. So, oh, I'm so happy. Thank you. That's so sweet of you to donate too. I am doing as well as I can with one eye. My surgery is recovering pretty well. God. So if you guys know that game, my dad was basically referencing that game because he heard the fucking audio over and over and over and over and over because I would play that game for hours on end. One day I'm gonna find that game and I'll live stream me playing it because oh my god, I love that game so much. I bet I could just muscle memory, just play that game like super well because how much Wild Child played that game. But my dad would reference it every time I ran into stuff because if you crashed the trains in that game, it would be like, "That's a fender bender." So he would say it and it would make me laugh really hard because I'd be like, "That's from my train game that I really like!" Like, I was like, "Oh my god, it's my train game!" And like, you know, they'd be like, all excited. Also, I love me and my little sweater, my little Christmas sweater. And then she just talks about how she'd pick up pine cones in the yard in exchange for quarters. Because yes.
Dinosaur Train was peak show for autistic train/dino fixators.
I know, I heard of that show. I was late to that one. I didn't get to enjoy that one, I think, but that sounds like I've seen it before and I'm like, oh yeah, that would be my favorite thing in the whole wide world at Wild Child's age. 100%.
Your vids make me happy and I stim like crazy to some of them.
Aww.
Smiley face. Thank you for being here. Green heart.
Green heart too! Thank you! Oh my god, this is sweet. I love when people do their colored little hearts because it makes me feel like I know what your favorite color is now and like we have like favorite colors. I don't know, it makes me really happy when people do little hearts. But thank you! I'm so happy we get to stim together. My own videos make me stim too. That bug girl, oh my god. I'm so glad I'm here too. I've been here for like 10 years. It's just that you guys are here now. I've always been here. You guys are here now. Which makes me really happy. I'm so glad. Okay, universe, enjoy your break. Goodbye. We're almost done talking about things anyways. So, but yes, quarters were actually valuable back then. Like, seriously. I remember going to my local dollar store with my quarters and getting a lot of random stuff. Like, they used to actually sell Little's Pet Shops at my Dollar General. And there are these little blind box, Little's Pet Shops, and they're only $3. So I'd, like, save up my quarters and be like, I'm gonna go get some Little's Pet Shops, and, like, go and, like, get, like, all my mystery boxes, and, like, oh, man, dude, what a time to be freaking alive! And you could get all the fun little, like, I used to get, like, bouncy balls. I was obsessed with bouncy balls. I'd, like, collect them and, like, dump them into the bathtub and watch them go, and, like, oh my god, it was, like, my favorite thing to stim with ever. But anyways, we're getting off track with what I would buy with my quarters. This little bank didn't say bank on it. It actually had my name on it, so I didn't want to put my name on it, obviously. I had a lot of weird, like, random things that were just customized that they just put my name on, because as a kid I thought it was, like, the coolest thing ever if it had my name on it. So, for the record, the bank was, like, a little custom thing.
Bouncy balls were the best, greater than D.
Yes, Pippi! Yes! They really were! Bruh, getting them at the arcade, too, like the little crank machines where you could, like, get a bunch of- oh my god, no way.
Thanks for the car.
The sad Mario? You changed your username to Sad Mario on a car? The lore, the lore, the lore. We're building lore, holy crap. Mario now has a car. Holy crap. Mario is no longer a bus taker. Mario now has a car. Holy shit, the economy is turning around. Mario, we're so proud of you. It's the best thing ever. That made my whole day. Holy shit, that's hilarious. Mario. Now we just gotta work on the sad part. We gotta get the Mario to not be sad anymore. Mario, have you heard of BetterHelp? not sponsored. I'm kidding, I'm so /J. That's funny as freak. Anyways, this video will be a very fun little thing to look back on when we're like, wow, I only had 128,000 subscribers, now I have 1 million or something, you know? I loved this animation so much. If you're a SpongeBob fan, you know exactly what this is from. The freaking butterfly flying out of the book is a thing that happens in SpongeBob when the Flying Dutchman opens, like, basically his lore book. Like, a little butterfly flies out. But I thought it'd be really funny if, like, that's the only thing in my wallet is just, like, this little guy. But yeah, I had to take a stab at the economy because what the hell? We're living in the worst inflation ever, dude. Holy guacamole. Mario needs therapy. What's the next era, silly cat? It's gonna be blackbirds, and I know everybody's really excited about that, but I feel like we're all a little too excited about that because I feel like you're gonna be a little disappointed to find out how much of a bitch brat Blackbird was. Oh, Jesus, I feel like you guys are so excited about it. Oh!
I am happy.
Oh my god! Yeah! We did it! We did it, chat. The sad Mario waiting for the bus is now that happy Mario on a car. Bro. We did it. We turned Mario's life around.
Reminds me of when I was taking out the trash at my job and a moth flew out of the dumpster into my face.
Oh my god. That sounds slightly violent. I hope that that moth and you are okay. I can't believe Mario's okay. Mario had a full character arc throughout this past 2 hours on stream. We're so proud of you, happy Mario on a car. Slay for you. Everybody's so excited. The support is unreal in the chat. Let's go. I love this new Mario lore. Oh man, that's too funny. But yeah, I'm gonna take a small stab at the economy because it is really bad. The last video of year 3 that we're gonna go over, I was gonna have Wild Child take over, but it's a little too serious for that. I'll have Wild Child take over while I talk about some other things. I think you guys will be really excited about. But yeah, this is an episode called Bedtime. Let me get my water. Oh, my water bottle number 2. Who's on their second water bottle? I've drank a whole water bottle already. If Mario's on the car, who's driving the car? Luigi, duh! Duh! What? What the heck, Lexi Walker? I'll never forget about Wild Child. Wild Child's gonna- okay, here's the thing. I get this question a lot, actually. People ask, is Wild Child just gonna disappear after year 8? No, like, all the eras are still with me. We just build on the characters. The characters just keep expanding and growing. We don't ever just forget about 1 after 1 is just done. It's just that the stories are over. Like, we've told everything we've needed to tell. And that doesn't mean Wild Child still won't make it. Like, there's gonna be a time where Parker is gonna talk about why he hates the dentist. And Parker's gonna be like, well, it's because... And then it's just gonna cut to Wild Child being like,
It's because I got my teeth yanked out when I was little and blah blah blah.
and like she'll finish some parts of some stories if she's involved. Like she'll still be there. Like she's not going anywhere. Cause she's me. Like we're here. We're all here. So like it's I don't know, like people are like always so scared, like it's gonna be over, and I'm like, it's not. I'm not gonna do anything to this child. She is me, like what? But yes, this video kind of made me sad when I posted it because I'm seeing a lot of confusion. And it's a little bit of like an autism trigger for me when I'm not understood, because I thought I was being really clear, and I thought I was being like concise and clear with what this was about, but I just had a ton of people not understanding what this was about and what was going on, and they were super confused, and I was like, oh man, I failed. That's like one thing a storyteller is supposed to do is, I don't know, tell a story, and I felt like I didn't do it right, so I felt pretty sad about the way it was received, but I'm glad I got it out there anyway. But here's the extra context in case you need it for some reason. I thought I provided plenty of context, considering the first episode of this series is pretty much all you need to watch. It's like 1 minute out of your day to understand literally the rest of my life. But, with this episode, Bedtime, basically my dad used to sing me this bedtime song every night before I fell asleep. And it's such a bittersweet memory, and people are just really upset about the fact they're like, well, if it was happy, why isn't it happy now? And I'm like, well, that's kind of the point. I have complex PTSD. It's complex trauma. It's not just, this is bad and this is good. It's things are gray, and I'm not okay with them being gray, and I have to see them as black and white, because I have developed an extreme mindset of black and white thinking because of the way I was raised. So it's very hard to view something that was good as still good, or something that was bad as still bad. And like, it's hard, right? Like, I can't explain how hard it is when you have black and white thinking, how to undo that. So this whole episode is about that. It's about, there's this happy song my dad used to sing, and he used to legit do the beatboxing part too. Like, he'd literally do the beatboxing part exactly as I voiced it. Every single time. The only part that I left out is that we would add on to the song, at the end, and he'd be like, sweet dreams, don't let the bed bugs bite, and he would tickle me. And then after the tickling was over, I'd be like, extra hug, extra, like, I want an extra hug. And he'd be like, okay. And then he'd come up with, like, some crazy name, like, the bear hug. And then he'd be like, Roar! And then he'd, like, give me a giant, like, bear hug. And, like, sometimes he would do one that was, like, where he'd be like, you're a lemon, go in the squeezer! And he'd, like, squeeze me, like, really hard. Not really hard, like, obviously not enough to hurt me. But he'd be like, now you're not, like, you're a lemon, I've squeezed you into lemonade. And, like, he'd, like, joke around with, like, all these, like, creative little hugs at the end. And it was, like, so sweet, honestly. I'm like, oh, like, looking back, it's a hard thing to look back on because it is so happy. Like, it's so happy it makes me sick. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, man. And, like, my dad singing this song, the reason why the song sucks is because, like, my freaking aunt got me the pillow that the song came from. And to clarify, I've had the pillow my entire life because it was like something that my mother had gotten at like my baby shower, because yeah, my aunt was at my baby shower before she decided to murder people, and that was like her gift to me, and that was like the only physical item she ever had, like place she ever had in my life, was this pillow I had at my bed my whole life. Oh.
Last dono. My bank is getting mad at me now.
Oh my
Blue
god,
heart,
friend queen!
Purple heart.
Oh, the little hearts! How fun is that? Oh my god, yes, please don't strain yourself for donos, please. Please take care of yourself. And your bank, please. But yeah, it was kind of haunting to realize that as a kid, it didn't bother me. I like, loved that pillow. And like, I always wanted my dad to sing that song to me. But like, as an adult, knowing everything that happened and knowing the weight of it all, you guys don't even know half the shit, not even a quarter of the shit that's happened to me yet. So like, you are missing a lot of context. I will give you that. You are missing a shitload of context as to why this is worse and worse and worse and worse. Oh my
Last
god!
Ono, but thank you all for the support. 3 lol.
That Happy Mario, let's go! Happy Mario on a car. We are so happy to support you, Slay. That is so awesome, holy crap. Oh man, trying to tell a serious thing, you guys make me laugh so hard. Thank you for that, honestly. Oh, what was I even saying? Oh yeah, you're missing the context of the fact that like, I haven't spoken to my dad in 10 years almost. And that I miss him. And that I had to stop talking to him because he was really sick and abused me, and he's alcoholic, and it's really bad. Like, you don't want to just orphan yourself, I promise. Like, I don't just go no contact with my whole entire family for no reason either. Like, it's really hard to talk about these things because they're not in my life anymore. And the last part of my life they were in was a living hell. And it's hard to remember them in such a good way when all I can see them now is bad. That's why this hurts so bad. There's layer upon layer upon layer upon layer of why this hurts. Like, yes, it's happy for Wild Child, but it's only happy for her. And that's why, throughout this whole thing, you see me from a distance, watching this, and being so conflicted of like, why is this turning into such a bad thing for me? It was so happy. I cried recording this one. It was horrible. It was a horrible thing to realize that like, sad things are sad now, but they were happy once, and like, my inner child has no idea what's going on. Like, Wild Child does not understand what is wrong. Like, she's just like,
This is happy! This makes me so happy!
and it's like, I can't tell her. I can't tell her why it makes me sad, because if I do, I don't have a childhood anymore. Like, if I tell her, like, hey, your dad's kind of a creepo weirdo. Hey, your dad kind of hurts you a lot. Hey, we don't talk to dad anymore. Hey, Aunt is really, really bad. Way worse than you thought. She's not actually at school, like Nanny and Papa said. She's actually a murderer. She's stalking you, and she's... things just get so bad, Wild Child. Like, how am I supposed to tell her that? And still have a normal, okay-ish childhood. I didn't even have an okay childhood. Like, I only have a few things I'm holding on to here. Like, I can't ruin what I have that's good, you know? So, like, this whole episode is just me making the executive decision as an adult to be like, I'm not gonna tell you. And people were really like, oh, well, that's not healthy. And I'm like, well, I don't know if it's healthy. I don't know if this is the right thing to do, but right now, in my current feelings, I'm protecting my inner child. What's left of her. What's left of her innocence. And her joy. And her whimsy. I am protecting her. And what I have left, the very little joy, I'm like, you know what? She can have it. She can enjoy the bedtime song. I'm not gonna ruin it for her. I'm gonna let her have this joy for the rest of her life. Like, I can't do it. I can't ruin it for her. Everything else has been ruined. Like, there's enough that's been ruined. She can have those. It's basically what I was saying with this video. It's why I held her. But I know the truth. So that's like... yeah. It's a morally gray area I realized I found myself in because people want to tell me how to heal my inner child, but like I know her. And I know the shit we went through. And it was really bad, and we don't have a lot of good, so why would I take one of the only good things and turn it into a yet another bad thing? Do you understand that? Hopefully that makes sense. I'm not making anything worse by keeping this one thing from her. Hopefully. Hopefully people understand that. Because she doesn't need to understand that. And the people that, like, want to say, like, oh, but it would be better if she knew about the murder and blah blah blah. Like, are you joking? She's fucking 4. Right now in this video that I'm holding her, she's 4 years old. You tell her, go ahead and you tell a 4-year-old everything that happened to her. Go ahead. You don't even want to know. Like, oh god, I'm being so gentle, like, with the things that I'm saying because I'm on a live stream and I'm trying not to, like, traumatize people and trigger people. But, like, holy god, I have been through some stuff and, like, nah. I'm choosing to protect her on this. Hopefully everybody understands that, and if you don't, oh well, because it's my story and I get to tell it how I need to. And maybe there will be a future episode where I come back to this and I go, no, Wild Child needs to know. Maybe I will come to that realization. But so far, I have not. I found no reason to tell her this. So I'm not gonna. Period. Okay, I am going to briefly... first of all, turn off my sad face. I'm gonna get my little, model ready for Wild Child. She's gonna take over the stream because you guys have been really, really, really generous with the donations, and thank you so much for that. It's gonna help me pay off my hospital bills, and I'm very, very, very grateful for that so much. God, thank you. So, with that, Wild Child's gonna take over the stream. I'm gonna have her talk about a couple things, and we'll do a little bit of some Q&A. With her, but I need like a couple seconds to set it up. It's a little bit of a hassle. So just give me like a couple seconds and Wild Child will take over. So when I come back, it'll be her. I'll do my best to not break character, but I can't make that promise because you guys say some funny stuff sometimes, and sometimes I just gotta break character, so we'll see how well I can do that. So yeah. Just give me a couple moments and I'll be right back. Okay, I need another minute because I'm coming to the horrific realization that when I turn this, I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean. I'll show you exactly what I mean and what's going on. I have realized that Wild Child's overalls are the same color as the blue screen. so, I'm dying. I'm literally dying. I'm dying. This is so funny, dude. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, me. Oh, my. Okay, hold on. Can I just, like... Can I duplicate this, please? Okay, whatever. I guess I can't. Oh, I can! Yeah! Let's go! Alright, hold on. Hold on. First time stream stuff.
Wow, guys, my overalls turned invisible! I have no idea how that happened. Oh, jeez. This is kinda scary. Where's my stomach?
Oh, it's so horrifying. Stop. Oh, jeez. I'm trying to figure out where this stupid... There we go, there we go. Edit, there we go. Let's do a custom color. Yes, please. I have to do a very specific, like, color for Wild Child. It's like this purple. Because, like... How do I even explain this? She has so many colors on her! That's how I explain this. There. Is that any better? Okay, well. Not really. Please hold.
Please hold. Your stream is very important to us. We're just, goofing around a little bit, you know? Okay. I think that...
Oh, that should be okay. Okay.
There we go! Holy guacamole! Oh wow, there's two of me. That's even more messed up. Oh, yay.
There we go. Okay! Here, guys. Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, everything's going great. Wild Child's here, and she's ready to take over the stream. It's gonna be a good time, and nothing will go wrong. She will not duplicate or be invisible or anything. When would that happen? Yeah, that's so crazy. Anyways. Yeah, Wild Child, go ahead. Tell them all about the bloopers and some other cool stuff that's been going on.
Hello! Nothing! You saw nothing. Nothing happened just now. Nothing at all. Nothing happened. So, hi! Hello, the entire internet. This music is so lame! Why is it so calm? I'm not calm. Can I have... There we go. That's better. Thank you. Oh, wow. Please say a bad word. I probably shouldn't do that. I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble, so... I think YouTube doesn't like that most of the time. Hello. 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 Wow, there's so many. How big is your bug hotel? Well, I got a big old bin now. And I had to put holes in it because the water in the bottom gets really icky and attracts a lot of mosquitoes. So, it's pretty big. I don't have fidget toys because those did not exist when I was little, which is a little sad. But we didn't have those things. Or at least they weren't labeled as sensory toys. Oh, jeez. What do I think of the carnival? It's a little scary. I don't really like the carnival. I don't know. The Care Bears movie kind of, like, scared me a little. I don't know if you've seen it, but, like, the carnival, like, falls apart and, like, all of the happiness is, like, drained out of it. It's, like, really scary. Oh, I see a... Hold on, I have to do this. Ugh. Hello. Oh, wow. I'm, like... I'm on the big thingy. Oh, look at all the fruit! Yay! That looks like... Oh my gosh, my hearts are purple. That's really fun. That looks like a lot of fruit. I'm supposed to be doing something, I think. Hold on, I should be answering questions. Also, this stinky thing. Hold on. That. There it goes.
PSST, thanks for letting me borrow your car. Thumbs up.
Yeah, you're welcome. Just wait, sometime in like Blackbird's era, I think my dad, like, basically like changes the motor on it and makes it go way faster than it normally should. So he like takes the thing and like gives it an upgrade, and it like goes like seriously fast after a while. So it like becomes kind of like a go-kart. It's kind of awesome. So I think like Mario Kart, like you like karts and going fast, so you'll probably like it a lot more when you get to Blackbird's era. Anyways, I'm supposed to be doing something. I'll probably answer questions later because I'm supposed to talk about this. So this is the bloopers. I think, yeah. Holly can't talk, and also the power went out, and then I got really scared because I don't like the dark. But then we got it fixed. That's pretty much all the bloopers. There you go. Now I can answer questions. See, I could do things so much faster. It wouldn't even take 2 hours and 36 minutes if I were doing all of it. Oh, you know I should... Oh! I know what I'm gonna do! I know exactly what I'm gonna do! Hold on. I have an idea. It's a good one, I promise. I'm gonna draw pictures while I answer questions. I think that's what I'm gonna do. That would be kind of fun. Okay. Also, wait, is there crayons? Hold on. I want a crayon. Because crayons are the best. Just saying. I'm just saying. Crayons are the best. What the freak? That's not a freaking crayon. Hold on. That's better. Yeah. Okay. Where's my mouth? Oh no! Why is everything happening? My mouth just disappeared. That was awesome. Anyways, it's just some questions now that I have my mouth. Oh no! My mouth disappeared. Oh hey! Welcome, Andrea Irby. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Whoa, that banana went flying. Oh well. Anyways. Well, I think I have to wait for everybody to ask me something. So I'm gonna draw a balloon. Because everybody wants me to draw hot air balloons. So I'll draw one of those. Oops. Ugh. This is hard! Real crayons are better! This is poopy! This is like snot. Like literally snot. It's so bad to draw in. I don't like this. It's glitching because I'm too cute. Okay, I guess that could happen. I don't know. If I could go anywhere, where would you want to go? Just go with it. Well, that's the wrong thingy. I think I want to go to anywhere that has snow. Because I've actually never seen snow before. My favorite dog breed? Oh, I don't really know. I guess I really like, Chihuahuas, because they're little. And I guess whatever Ozzy is, I think he's like a mixed breed. Someone said poopy in the chat. Poopy! What's my biggest fear? The dark. I really don't like the dark. It's very scary. What the freak? Shut up! I'm trying to talk! Why is everybody subscribing over me? I mean, oops, I'm supposed to be saying thank you for subscribing! Thank you, Christine, and Dino, and Coconut. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. That's nice. I mean, teehee, I'm supposed to be nice. I'm supposed to be nice, I've been told. Oh gosh, I don't know how to answer all these. What's my favorite Nickelodeon show? SpongeBob SquarePants! Oh, Just Star Things just gave me a banana. Well, I guess it gave Peeves a banana. If you give a Peeves a banana, that sounds like a good book. I read that. What's my favorite shape? I think I said it in Ask Wild Child, but it's a star. What's my favorite thing about myself? Gee, I don't really know. My favorite thing? I guess my freckles. I've always really loved my freckles. What do you like? What? I can't read. What the freak? Sorry for subbing. Why are you sorry? That's the good thing. Do you have any hobbies? I mean, I like drawing, which I'm gonna try and do now. I like drawing a lot. I like writing. I'm not very good at it yet, but I like trying. And then I like reading. I'm not really good at that either. But that's okay. Everybody says I'm really good at staying in the lines, by the way. I try really hard. But I don't know what else I like. And hobby, I guess? I don't know, playing with toys, is that a hobby? I don't know. My favorite train? I mean, I like Thomas the Tank Engine, if that counts as a train type that I like. My least favorite food? Ugh, mushrooms! Mushrooms are so gross! They're so gross and icky and disgusting and ugly and slimy and... what the freak? What happened to the freaking music? Oh, there it is. I was like, sorry, is the music like mushrooms? I don't. I definitely like cats more than dogs, asks Silly Goober. But cats are way better, obviously. My favorite type of frog. And then a couple moons. I don't know why you put moons in your message, James. But I like the tomato frog. I don't know if you've seen them, but they're really fat. And they're round. And they're red. And they make silly noises. What's my favorite clothes? I like wearing there's a ladybug raincoat that I wear, and I really like that one. It eventually got passed down to Rocky, and I was really mad about that, because, like, it was mine. But, oh well, I guess I did outgrow it. Do you have a babysitter? Oh! Yeah, I actually have some funny stories from when I had a babysitter. It was this girl who lived across the street from us, and she basically would come over when my mommy had to go out, and she'd watch us, but she, like, wasn't, I guess, very good at it, because one time she locked us out of our own house after we were playing outside, and so we stood outside with our chalk, and we drew, like, a bunch of, like, SOS pictures. Like, help! We're locked out of our house! And we wrote it all over the sidewalk, and, like, she was crying. I don't really know why. But she was a good babysitter otherwise. What is my favorite arts and crafts? Not this. I don't really like this thing. This thing is hard to draw. I don't like this. But I do like, I would make, like, how do I describe this? What the freak? I used to make my own action figures out of Play-Doh. That was fun. What else did I do? I also liked making these puffball things. Like, I would take puffballs and pipe cleaners, and I'd make little people. Like, not people, what the freak? Like animals! Like, I'd make animals. And that was fun. I like making the animals. Yeah, that was fun. Those are kind of my favorite ones, I guess. Do I understand German? No. I think that my pop-pop on my mommy's side is German, but he doesn't speak German. so no, I don't understand that. Sorry. Do you like ramen? I don't even know what ramen is. Sorry. Are you drawing yourself? Yeah. I'm trying. What's my favorite cat breed? I learned a lot about the Scottish Folds in my school's library. They had a bunch of books that had like a bunch of like different cat breeds that I would study and take tests on. And it was called AR reading, and we had to do all of our AR reading. And it was like you read books, and if you took tests on them and got good grades on the tests, you'd get stars, and all the stars would add up to you getting prizes like bookmarks and erasers and stuff like that. So I took all the tests on cat breeds and dog breeds. So yeah, I do like Scottish Folds. I like Bombay cats. I like the Sphinx cats, and I like the tabby cats. It's cute too. I do like tabby cats a lot. And then I do like Turkish Van cats or Van. I don't know if they're Turkish Van or Van, but they like swimming in water, and that's really cute. I'm gonna not stop talking about cats if I start, so I should probably stop. I have a favorite little pet shop? Yes, I do. I got like the very first ones that ever came out ever. Oh, what the freak is this? I don't want to get this out of here. I'm trying. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah. This pet shop, I got like the first one ever. And it was like this playset, and it had like golden retriever and a hamster. And like a fishy, but the fishy was stuck inside of like a tube thing. And so it was like kind of sad because I wanted to get the fishy out, but my favorite one was the golden retriever one. I did like him a lot. My favorite Halloween costume, it was this like, I don't even know what it was called. It's like a disco. My mommy calls it my disco girl outfit. And it's like, it has like long pants and like a groovy hat and a microphone. And I'd wear it a lot and do karaoke in it, apparently, when I was really little. But also, one time I dressed up as Blue from Blue's Clues, and it was so fun! I can't read Warrior Cats yet. Just wait till Blackbird's era, though. Ha! Ha ha! Hee hee. We are so normal about Warrior Cats in Blackbird's era. What's my favorite mystical animal? I talked about this in Ask Wild Child, but it's the phoenix. I like the firebird. Have you ever watched The Last Airbender? Oh man, you guys are going to be in for such a good surprise when you meet Blackbird. Blackbird has a lot of these things that you guys are talking about as her hyperfixations. I drew a little deal of you in my sketchbook. Why do you got the glove from Glove World in your comment? It looks like the glove from Glove World in SpongeBob. Oh, there's like a whole bunch of nice comments. That's nice. Thank you. If you watch Sesame Street, of course I watch Sesame Street. What the heck? Why wouldn't I? What the freak? My favorite ones are Cookie Monster and Elmo and Bert and Ernie, obviously. I also love Grouch too. My best memory. Oh jeez. I talk about most of these things in Ask Wild Child, so I'm trying to think of different stories that I haven't already said in the videos, because the videos are coming out. Oh yeah! Holy crap! That's supposed to be like, oh jeez, okay. I didn't say crap, I meant to say crud. Holy crud. I'm supposed to be talking about the videos that are coming out soon, but I guess I'll do that now since I'm bringing it up. So, we have more Ask Wild Child coming out because I got asked like a bajillion questions. And then at the end, there's a really funny animation at the very end. I think you guys will like it a lot. So make sure you watch all the ones, especially at the end. And then there's going to be a compilation video with like all of them. So it's like a big continuous one. So it's like a 20-minute whole thing of just me answering millions and jillions of questions. If that's something you want to watch. And then after that, we'll have year 4 coming out, which is really exciting. And then does Hailey read comments? Like literally all day, every day? Like almost too much? What's my favorite smell? My favorite smell is citronella candles. They're so, like, bad, but they're so good at the same time. What's my favorite thing to draw? I like drawing cats. I have a lot of cat drawings. Oh, actually, I could show some of those on stream. That'd be so much fun. Who wants to see my cat drawings? Let's see my cat drawings. Let's open up the thingies. Oh no, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Hold on. Oh jeez. Please hold for technical difficulties. And the difficulties are not technical, they're just me. So, hold on. Let's see. Art time. Gotta find the art. Art time. Finding where the freaking heck I put this. Okay. I have to be careful because some of these have like my full name on them, so I'm gonna try and pick the ones that don't. Here's one I did of my cat. I have a cat named Tom. I did this one with paint. It was really hard. I actually did this one in art class. I think I did this one when I was like 7 or 8 or something. And then I spilled water all over it because there was like a flood in my house once, and then we had to get rid of all the carpet in my room, and like when the flood happened, it flooded all my art. So I lost a whole bunch of stuff from like my childhood. Like my boxes and stuff, like toys or drawings and stuff. Do I prefer sour gummy worms or sweet? Sour! Sour ones are the best! I don't know if the teacher liked it because this was like an extra project I did when everybody else was still working on theirs. This is like, because I did mine so fast that I got to do a second one because I had to hold still, basically. So that was my Tom painting. That was the hardest one ever. I think the other ones are like a little worse, honestly. Like this was like a character I made, and he's like this bad kitty. He's a bad cat. Like he like if you look, he's got a mouse, and the mouse is like ah, and he's sad because he's getting caught by the cat. My favorite candy, I have told you guys already in Ask Wild Child. I like lollipops. Like, literally all of the lollipops. But I really like the rainbow ones that you can get at, like, theme parks and stuff. Like the swirly rainbow ones. Those are really good. Or, like, at the candy barrel place. The candy store. Do you have any more cats? Oh my gosh, I have so many cats. Actually, there's a whole story you're gonna find out about. It's my best day ever. And it's basically... Oh jeez, I just realized if I tell you this, it's kind of spoiler-ace. But basically, at my dad's house, and don't think about that too hard. At my dad's house, they had a mama cat who had kittens in our yard. And we got to keep all the kittens, and all the kittens' names were Tom, Jealous, Frisco, and Squirt. And mommy even let us keep one of the kittens at her house. And so we had Frisco at her house. So I have a lot of kitty cats. do love Legos. Who doesn't love Legos? What the freak? I have not met anybody who doesn't like them. I'm trying to find more drawings. Let's see. Here's another one. I think maybe Blackbird did this one technically. Yeah, that looks a little better. This one has too many details. That's how I know. Blackbird did that one. Never mind. We don't care about that. Because Blackbird isn't nice to me, so yeah. Oh yeah, I did. I had a whole comic series I was doing, and it was about this cat who had big eyes, and she basically would like tell people like, please do this for me, please. Please give me a cookie and stuff. Like this one was, please give me some milk for my cookie. And she was like this like little cat who kind of looks like a 12 character now that I'm looking at it. What the freak? I did not plan that. That's funny. But I had a whole bunch of these drawings I did of the Peas cat. Like this one. Please enjoy my wonderful big eyes. Because I can't spell yet, and I never learned how to spell in my whole life. So whatever, we're just gonna laugh about it now. But yeah, this is like my cat character, and she was like really cute. She was supposed to be really cute, but jeez, now that I'm looking at it, like it's kind of horrifying. It's like actually really scary. Oh no! What have I done? It's actually really scary. Oh, this one's the funny one though. Okay, this is the part where I got to making comics with the character. She never had a name. But am I gonna get demonetized for this? Hold on, what the freak? This hasn't gone in it! Anyways, let's just pretend that this is friendly for a second. Oh god, help us. So this is a freaking drawing I made that says, "Peas don't shoot peas," and it's like the cat police, and he goes click click, and then they like he's robbing the mouse bank. Wait, what the freak? What? No! Like, why are you wait? Something's going on in this image. I think the cat isn't wrong. The cat is literally robbing the mice and is like, oh, please don't shoot me, but like, what the freak, you're robbing the mice? Like, maybe don't do that, and then maybe the other cat police won't have to shoot you. But like, I don't know, maybe guns shouldn't exist in the first place, and then nobody would have to get shot. I don't know. This is kind of scary. I don't know why I drew this. I don't know how I feel about this anymore. Let's go away. Let's just put the drawings away for now. I think that's all I want to show for now, because everything else has my name on it, so. Oh, jeez. Okay, couple more questions, and then I have to tell you a couple of stories of what's happening. And drink some water. Who is that? Wait, what? The dog thing in my profile picture? He's not a dog. He's actually more closely related to a mouse. I think you're talking about Peeves. He's right next to me holding the fruit bowl. Peeves is actually one of like my oldest characters ever. Like, actually I came up with Peeves, technically. His name wasn't Peeves originally. It was actually Lou, and he was my imaginary pet. Because like, for a while I didn't have any pets after Ozzy died, so then I made up my own pet named Lou, because I named him after the beagle dog from the Spy Cat dog movie, the Cats vs. Dogs spy movie. I was like obsessed with that thing. So I named him Lou. And then he was my imaginary pet for like ever and ever. He's like a yellow cat dog bunny kangaroo thing. And then when Parker came around, Parker decided to name him Peeves. And like, you know, give him everything and put him all over the YouTube channel and stuff and make him our mascot in like our username and everything, because it's like a pun. And like, I get it, it's funny and cute and I think I like it, but like, to me, he'll always be Lou. And I'll talk about that in some episodes. And like, and Ask Wild Child too. So yeah, Peace is a really important character to us. To all of us. I'm just out of breath. What the freak? I'm just sitting here talking. I can barely breathe. How do you feel if you got a plushie of yourself? I don't know. That sounds kind of creepy. I'd be kind of scared. I wouldn't want it looking at me. Well, I guess we wouldn't if it has the eyes covered. But still, it'd still be a little creepy. Favorite? Wait, I thought that said favorite bubblegum ice cream flavor. I was like, what the freak? What do you mean? Never mind. It says favorite. If I like bubblegum ice cream. I don't like bubblegum flavored anything. Anything flavored bubblegum is so gross. In cotton candy flavor. Like, real cotton candy is good, but like the fake stuff is so bad. Do you like The Wizard of Oz? Oh no, I hate that movie. That movie scares me because of the tornado in the beginning. And it's scary. That movie is so scary. I don't like it. Okay, so now oh gosh, I'm pressing all the buttons. Whoopsies. I'm gonna tell you about like some cool stuff that's going on right now. Hold on, I'm gonna go over to the what's that? This thing. Okay. So before we end, I have to tell you, so it's just like 4 things, I think. So, year 4 is on the way! And in year 4, you get to meet my baby brother, Rocky. And it's really fun, and I think you guys will really like it. I think year 4 is like 11 episodes or something like that. Maybe 13, maybe a couple more, I don't know. It has over 10 episodes. So, basically, we're gonna do more Ask Wild Child episodes, and then, after those are done being uploaded, then we'll start uploading year 4. Pretty much every day, as much as we can, as soon as episodes come out. Just so you know. Okay, what the heck else? Oh yeah! So, because of all the support we've been getting, Holly started a, kind of like a fun side project. And we're gonna post videos about it, but basically, we're doing stuff that's like the healing your inner child stuff. So, Holly actually got me something that I lost when I was a kid. Basically I had this, what the heck is it called? A lava lamp. I had a lava lamp. It was a blue one and it had like yellowish green gooey on the inside. And when you heat up the lava lamp, it goes bloop, and it like makes bubbles and stuff. And I lost that when I was a kid. I don't know what happened to it. I think somebody like gave it away or something when I wasn't looking. It's just stupid. But Holly got me basically a little tiny version of it. It's so cute, and now I have it again, and it makes me really happy. And then also, we got a. This is like the coolest thing ever. I finally got a charger for my Game Boys. I haven't had my Game Boys charged in like forever. So like now I have a charger and I'm playing all my Game Boy games again. It's really fun. And then also, I got, finally, I got a rocking chair. Because I used to love rocking in my rocking chair. I have one of those like gaming chairs that were like, you could like, they're like black and they had, like, that you could rock in them. I don't even know what the freak how to describe this thing. It's just a gaming rocking chair. And, like, it got broken. Because, like, freaking everything got broken for no reason. I mean, maybe I was jumping on it, but it got broken, let's just say that. And now I get to sit in a new rocking chair and play my games. And I'm really excited about those things because, like, I was, like, pretty sad when we moved because I had to leave a lot of my stuff behind. Because, I don't know, like, I'm an adult now, so it was, like, really sad that I had to leave a bunch of stuff that I really liked. But now they're getting it back, just little by little. And I'm very, very happy about it. So we're gonna do, like, a little, like, video thing about it and talk about it and show everybody the stuff. And then also we gotta show off the play button that we got because we reached a bunch of subscribers, which is cool. And then I don't know what else. I don't remember what else was to say. I don't know what else to say. I think I'm just supposed to say thank you guys for the really awesome stream because it was really fun. And that we really love and appreciate all the support because it helps us do cool things like make episodes every single day and also get stuff for me, of course. And then I don't know, it helps also pay for Holly's like stupid dumb hospital bills, which is cool. And it's just been really nice, so thank you so much. I'm very tired now, so I need to go rest. But thanks for all the questions and all the support. And I hope you guys like the rest of the, what the heck? That's the Wild Child! That's Wild Child series! I hope you like that. And then, all the animations. We'll try and do another live stream sometime. Like, later. Probably, like, at the end of year 4. Hopefully before then, but, like, you know, probably. Holly's doing good. Holly's just trying to rest as much as possible. So, with that, we should probably go. Okay, well, thank you for coming to this live stream that I got to take over, and that was so fun. By the way, I got to draw pictures and show off all my art and answer a bunch of questions. So thank you for that. And yeah, I don't really know what else I'm supposed to do. But say bye-bye. I can say my signature thing. Whenever I write a letter, I always tell people I gotta fly. Because it'd be really fun if I could do that. So, gotta fly. Bye-bye.
Okay, Wild Child has left the premises. So goodbye, gamers. Thank you guys so much for the awesome stream. It was very fun. It's so real. I had to buy the BRB because I was switching with Wild Child. I was trying to give the impression that we were swapping places. But thank you guys so much. That was so much dang fun. So happy I got to hang out with you guys, answer some questions, talk about some stuff as per usual. Always a good time. Until next time, enjoy all that is to come. We have so much fun stuff planned. Bye-bye, 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 goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. See you next time.